Is this someone? Okay, so here's the Draenor world map.
Nagrand? Nagrand, please. Goreground. Tanan Jungle. Shadow Moon Valley? We're going back to the Black Temple.
Do you not know what the Warlords of Draenor is?
No. It's an expansion, you dick. That is the worst intro I have ever seen.
To explain, before we go into it, that is the intro I made approximately a year and a half ago and just found it on PC. How good's that? That was my editing skills a year and a half ago. Did you like it, the way the bro fist came in and then boom, fucking headshot all over this son of a bitch? You loving it? You loving it? I don't think we'll see that again, but we found it, so you're having it. You're having it and you're playing it. Thank you for so many of you joining us at the beginning of the show, considering I just realised I didn't put up the announcement video. So sorry. For Saturday night. Saturday night with the Water and Monster. A salute to you, friend.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. I hope everyone's feeling good. We've got more stuff has happened in the 2 weeks since we last did a web show than I can remember in web show history. Sometimes there's a lull. Sometimes we just don't know what Blizzard's going to throw at us. And then suddenly, the Warlords of Draenor, ejaculation has occurred in and around my mouth, on my face, in my hair, and in my nose.
And on your lower back.
I was blowing bubbles.
Through your nose.
Through my nose. I was blowing jizz bubbles, some all that kind of stuff. And so, because of Garrosh, we tried to find Grommash. Didn't we? We tried to find Grommash.
They're both shit. I said Uther.
Well, now you say that. Now you say that Garrosh is shit. Now you've brought it. Let's get right into it, because I didn't ask you the question. Last web show, the web show before it, the web show before that, the web show for probably the last 7 months, you spent a majority of the time slagging off World of Warcraft. You were the guy who instigated much hate towards World of Warcraft. In fact, I believe the words left your mouth, I will never play World of Warcraft ever again. It sucks. Then, post-web show, a Sunday I believe, I want to say a Sunday. No, a Monday, you were at work. You texted me to say I'm thinking about playing WoW again. And I said, what did I say? Fuck off, you joker. Funny man. Funny man! And then you asked me to sort your UI. In fact, you brought your PC round so I could do it for you. Max laziness. That's true ghosting. Not only were you unprepared to do it from your own house with instruction, you literally unplugged your PC and brought it here so I could do your UI for you. Why? What? What happened? What happened?
I don't believe any of that, mate.
What happened?
Do not believe any of it.
How do you go from one day of really ripping into WoW, which you did on that web show, you did, to suddenly playing... And don't take a chill, like, look at this confidence stagger, like I'm going to drop some bombs.
I feel like I'm on Moripovich.
We need to know the answers. We need to know the answers. The answers. I need to know the Hansons.
You need to know the Hansons. You need to know Taylor Hansons.
Drop an unbop. What's going on?
Let me unbop for you a second. Well, no, it's... I stand by everything that I've ever said.
I hate this game.
Blizzard are the biggest bunch of fuckberries walking this planet. Every bit of PR is terrible. Like, Azeroth Shopper's terrible. Constantly changing mechanics. Fucking hate it. Offerings of what's going to be in Warlords of Draenor. Couldn't care less. I missed the fucking...
Draenor?
Draenor?
It's not an Asian MMO.
What did I say?
You said Warlords of Hanoi.
I was going halfway. It was a bit of a mix. But no, it was like, cause I told a couple of the people in Stark, it's basically, no, I keep saying basically, so basically.
I'm using the mouse, I'm not ignoring you.
No, it's fine. I just missed the people.
You came back for social aspects?
Not just that. That was, I would say that's the biggest factor is the people, because Hearthstone, I'm playing the crap out of it. You play one person at a time. Whereas Warcraft, as much as I do have like thorns in my side about it. I do enjoy playing, so I'm not gonna be raiding or anything like that. I'm just gonna cap my characters, go into WoD and see how it goes.
Was it before or after StarkCon 2014? It was before, I think.
I think StarkCon was the tipping point.
Was it? Did you start playing it before or after?
No, it was before. After.
After.
It was after.
It was after. So once you met the Stark guys again, which we'll talk about in a minute, stay tuned. You you thought, I want to just mix with these people, which I find surprising because they were all awful people.
They were terrible people.
Terrible, terrible people.
Oh my god.
So you actually, purely from a social standpoint, there was nothing that was announced, no video I made which was discussed the topic that you were interested in.
Well,
there was nothing like that that made you think, you know what, maybe this is actually going to be pretty damn good. It wasn't Warlord's hype.
It was definitely not Warlord's hype. It couldn't have even been announced. But it was a chain reaction, and it started with that fucking mech that you got.
Swag brought you back.
I shit you not. It's not just the sole basis
of
that
Golem,
mech, the Sky Golem, yeah. It wasn't the sole basis of the Sky Golem. It was the fact that I saw that and I thought, that's really cool. I wonder what else to put in this fucking game. Yeah, it was the curiosity of. I wonder what else I'm missing out of. Yeah.
Now you have my curiosity. Yeah. Really? So you saw a Sky Golem? Nah, whatever.
Yeah.
You saw a Sky Golem and that was like, God, that's cool.
That's really.
And it is cool. Sky Golem is very, very cool.
So then I just wondered what else I was missing out on, so I thought, I'll give it a go.
I mean, I wasn't sure if it was, because I didn't ask you on purpose, I kind of left you to it.
Yeah.
Was it Wildstar build-up? Because I assume, we're both going to check out Wildstar when it goes live. I keep getting pestered too by the damn devs.
Oh, I'm
so
sorry.
I will be. Yeah. So I will be looking at it, just to appease them. But was it getting back into, nothing to do with anything I would choose, like mechanic standpoints or anything like that. It was purely because of swag. Is what we're basing your decision to return to WoW on was swag.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Well, no,
that is fucking
incredible.
Not.
It's just the mixture.
I've never heard of anybody saying that. I came back because some of the items are just really cool.
Yeah, fuck yeah. But no, that was a mixture of it. I wanted to see what else that was put into the game that was actually cool. I mean, there's going to be a diamond among the rough that is Blizzard.
I mean, you play so many Blizzard games. How can you give them so much shit? Your daily gaming ritual is like Diablo 3, Hearthstone, and World of Warcraft. I hate Blizzard. Where does that come from?
Because their big brother, World of Warcraft, just takes a dump on everything that should be cool and isn't.
You're paying them to play it.
I know.
You make no sense. You live in a
all the
world
sense.
of illogic.
No,
You're
I
a
don't.
Vulcan nightmare.
I don't. Everything that I said the last time that we were here, that got me absolutely fuming about the Stark PR, some of the changes to classes, putting things in, taking things out. I don't get it. I really don't get it. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Some of those things are broken, I would say.
Well, okay, mechanical wise, but like, and this isn't the sole base of my hatred. But Azeroth Choppers, it's on its 3rd episode. Who gives a shit?
I have not seen it. Somebody asked me, I think it was Blubzo. I was talking to him about monks I've been talking monks extensively with monks. I want to talk about monks in a bit anyway, but I've been talking heavily with the monk players, and they were asking me about Azeroth Choppers. I imagine, has anybody... I bet most of you have actually watched episode 2 and 3. I can say with hand on heart, I have not touched any more episodes of Azeroth Choppers.
I've never watched
I could not give a shit.
I know the sole base of it, and I've seen clips of it for what they've tried to make it look like, and I think, wow, we've already got a chopper, what else have you got? I don't care. It's a fucking bike.
What have you been doing since you returned to WoW? So your first night back, I checked in on your stream.
Was awesome!
You started a sexy party in the Argent Dawn server.
We did. We had 38 people who made strippers of both male and female
combo
varieties. We went to...
Why limit your options?
Exactly. We went to the Goldshire Inn and started a sexy party. And it was awesome. Everyone joined in. There was one point, I don't know what it was, it looked like... Basically, we went upstairs and there was loads of people dancing on the bed and like having sex on the bed and stuff like that, and it just looked like a massive fuck fest. But there was loads of the female characters lying down, and someone had it must have been a trading card game item or something like that, but it looked like it was proper gushing water. It was that I lost my shit when I saw it, and yeah, we had fun that night. But yeah, since I've been back, I don't know what I'm gonna play. Main-wise, so I'm not going to...
Are you looking for a main for what? Are you going to be playing WoD? As it stands right now? Because knowing you tomorrow, unsubbed.
No, I will.
But
play
as it
WoD.
stands right now,
I'll play WoD. Yeah, definitely.
you're gonna give WoD a blast.
I'm gonna play WoD. I've still got my 90 boost, which I'm gonna hold off on.
Good man. Solid decision.
Yeah, purely because I want to level the classes that I've never played, and it won't take me that long. I'm going to level them to 60.
Oh, to get free professions.
So that I can cap them if I think that's the one, and I'll get my professions with it and shit. So I'm holding off on that. So I've capped my monk because it's got the trinity of basically if I wanted to play them, and everyone has said like
I think I've started a monk shockwave.
Is that what it is?
I think I've started a monk shockwave. I actually had to apologise. I genuinely had to apologise.
Why?
Because I don't think I give monks a fair shout over Mr. Pandaria, really. And I walked into my own trap, and I looked back over the Mr. Pandaria and I was like, you know what, I probably had a bit of a combination of ego and thinking I had played a monk a lot more than I actually had. Because I live streamed the leveling process. So the monk was, you get the hour buff. Every time you started to stream for the leveling leveling summer pretty much, is I would wake up, get ready, start the stream, get the hour buff, and play the monk for the first hour while you guys all woke up and joined the stream or whatever, and then turn it off as soon as that buff disappeared. So I didn't play it for more than an hour, and during those times it was double XP, and plus leveling teaches you nothing. Let's face facts. I mean, during that hour I was just farming XP and talking to people, not exactly paying attention. I was just like, talking and chatting to people and whatever. And then when it got to 90, I did a few dungeons, which was fine. And then, read up on them, researched them, spoke to some monks. Did a little bit. I did enough research, I felt. But didn't play them long term. On my own free time. I would generally play them. But I was also going through, 34 classes as fast as possible. So you can't give weeks to a class when you've got to get 34 guides out, which is what I had to do at the time. So I think I skipped over the monk pretty badly and didn't really discover their real interesting side.
Yeah.
Plus they were pretty shit at launch as well. I assume now have you learnt the power of Storm, Earth and Fire and how fucking godly that thing is.
Get it all out and then just
it's so good. I can't ever quest on that monk without it. I was just, when it came in I thought, look at the tooltip, an essay of stuff. I was like, oh God, why have you, make it simple, make it blah, blah. Just give us a cleave, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, don't just give us a cleave. Leave it as it is, because that ability is so good. Oh my God, I have done some ridiculous things with Storm, Earth and Fire. And I fell in love with the monk, but it's still not a class I would like to play. There's still much spinning plates going on. It's a little bit much for me who likes to enjoy the raid and watch everything else. Just in terms of fun. Not that I can't do it. The important thing, not that I can't do it, but it's not for me. Yeah. It's a bit too too involved for what I enjoy to do in a raid. I especially considering other classes that I prefer can pull off usually more without such hassle.
Yeah. From what I remember of the classes that I used to play, I've only played one spec monk, the Windwalker, and I cannot believe how different that is to the others. It's like spinning. It's
the next level of design. It really is, and I tried to say it in the video. A lot of people. It was interesting because we had to make 2 videos. I did the Windwalker of the perspective. I spoke to a lot of Windwalkers. I played them a lot. These were top of the world Windwalkers to discuss the problems, and I could only perceive that a lot of people went into that video already having an answer written out, essentially, without watching the video. Because some of the replies made no sense to the video that I had made. There was people like, I disagree with everything you say in this video, well, and then proceed to tell me all the things that I said that were positives. It was a video where I called a class near perfect, and people were telling me I'd ragged on that class. I mean, that is really weird for me. It's like, I said this class was near perfect in the video. You're telling me I slammed this class. You hated it so much. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't understand. So I had to make another video, which then the Windwalkers, you guys, actually spoke up and were like, no, I totally agree. But of course, a lot of people are just generally they watch the video while they're playing or whatever and don't say a lot because typing on YouTube generally does go ignored. There's no doubt about that. That's an inevitable thing that happens. So I was really confused, and then the guys were like, no, seriously, we play Windwalkers. I understand what you're saying, it's fine. But the contrast, and I said it's like the yin and yang. See what I did there with the monk, and I mixed in some yin and yang and all that. It was just I was just going for an oriental feel.
I know what you was going for.
I was going for a
like
theme.
It, yeah. It was well played.
People I thought that class is really easy, and then other people who played it a bit more, I want to say, were like, no, this class is really not easy at all. But people perceive that class as being super easy, just like jab, jab, punch, jab, jab, punch, jab, jab, punch. And I'm reading people saying, all you do is do this, this, and this, and this. I'm like, guys, trust me, this is why my channel works. This is the next level of design for classes. the Windwalker, whether you realise it or not, is actually above in terms of its design than most of the other classes in the game. You might not like it, that's fine, no one cares, you know, that's not the point, whether you like it or not, but its design and its actual rounding of abilities is above everybody else. And it's in its own little league, especially in terms of its situational decision making. I think it's a fantastic class. Not for me, but it's a fantastic. I'm enjoying it.
I am enjoying it.
I can really, really appreciate it, which I think is fucking awesome. We kind of went off topic there because that wasn't even on the list, which is pretty good. StarkCon last week, 7 days ago.
It was good.
7 days ago, we got a chance to finally meet up with some of you, organised by you guys, which is, for me, I've got to say, a huge thank you to, I think it was Shock and Vanish who did most of the work. As far as I know, if that's wrong, I'm sorry. But we had a guy, I think from Sweden was the furthest away. We had Swedes, we had Dutchies, we had all sorts flying over.
Oh, yeah.
And it was their meeting, we were just invited. It wasn't a Preach Gaming thing, really. It was the guys, the Raiders, and some of the friends in Stark who were getting together, and anybody in the area. Anybody who wanted to go, obviously, there was no one turned away, to meet up, and then we got invited down to come and say, I mean, I don't want to say it wasn't Preach Gaming organised, but if you're going to hold an event in Manchester, how can we not go? Of all the places in Europe you chose, it was my home city. Just saying! I remember when it was announced, it was like, yeah, we're having a meeting in Manchester. I'm like, okay, okay. But I swear to God, anytime, and I will say this quite openly, is anytime there is a meeting of you guys, and I'm going to be there, and I ever feel like I can't be asked, I want to give up this immediately, because every time we've met people, it's just been fantastic.
If it's just like one guy though who invites us and we get there and he's sat there in like
a crazy person.
A crazy person sat there in a trench coat with a fucking biscuits in or something, probably not going to go.
No, it's
no.
The two best things we've ever done,
yeah.
I'm serious about this, was Gamescom, and we said Gamescom we didn't like. The actual event we didn't enjoy at all, really. I think that's a fair thing to say.
No, I agree.
The Gamescom event, and a lot of people were asking me if we're going to Gamescom this year. No, because I just do not enjoy that theme park event. And they said this, I am not prepared to, I loved Assassin's Creed 4. I am not queuing 4 hours to play Assassin's Creed 4. No,
15 minutes of it.
15 minutes, 4 hours? No, are you mental? What? Who the fuck is doing that? The best thing about it was just meeting you guys. And I think we only met 10 or 12 people there who knew who we were. So I think we had about 4,000 subscribers or something at the time.
Yeah.
Something crazy. But this one, so much better. I'll put some pictures up because I think it's only fair of the guys there. It's, you can check out the Stark Industries Facebook. It's an open thing. I'll put it in the link in the chat. But this beat that for me by a long way because surprisingly wasn't a WoW talk. Look at you, beauty. Absolutely. You know,
that's fucking hilarious.
Can I embarrass this gentleman? Do you know what this gentleman's claim to fame was?
Do tell.
Leader of Team 3.
You laugh, mate. I'm getting in Team 3.
if
that's the kind of swag that you get up to in Team 3, you make out with a female Tauren.
And of course, the infamous.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's absolutely amazing to meet people, and it wasn't weird at all. I always worry when, even though we've only done it a couple of times, is to when we do meet a lot of people, is to meet and say hello to everybody. I made a point. I had Vanish kind of watching my back, and I was like, "Is there anybody I haven't said hello to or gone and spoke to?" But it was a brilliant event, and I'm sure they'll be doing it again next year. I thoroughly hope you guys
shine legs on display, mate.
Legs for the ladies.
For the ladies.
There was two ladies there. The only sad part was we tried to find a way to stay longer, but we just couldn't do it. Unfortunately, we got baby owned, which was a sad situation.
If I lived more local to town, I'd let you two just piss off and I'd stay.
Well, we tried to let Emma go. Emma was going to go and deal with Max.
It would have cost us like 60 quid.
It was ridiculous. Yeah, there was nothing we could do. It was a bit.
It was a good night though, really good night.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I thoroughly encourage you guys to do that. And we had a conversation while we were there, which is just look at everybody here. But just because you all have a common interest, everybody was getting on pretty much.
After that night, when we got home, I won't lie about it because I can't drink for shit at the minute because I'm hardly eating. But I was shit faced when I got home. Absolutely shit faced.
I cut down a tree the next morning.
I know you did, mate. Well done. I did the garden.
I tell you what, I had to chop a tree down and then cut all the branches to bits and then get it to the tip.
Yeah.
I was a man the next morning. I was a lumberjack.
But fair play to the people in Stark and on my Skype. When I got back, I played WoW. No, not WoW. Sorry, I played Hearthstone until 6 in the morning just so I could sober up and go to bed. It was well good. I was dishing out beatings left, right, and centre, but I was being such a bastard until I started to like get more and more and more sober. And then it was a guy, I think he was either Mogger or another guy called Qigong, who said, "You're sober now, aren't you?" I said, "Yeah, why?" I said, "Because when you beat me, then you didn't insult the fuck out of me." But yeah,
I was feeling pretty rough, but I don't mind. I always worry about having a drink. You know what my biggest worry about these things is people have an impression of what we'll be like in real life, and then you turn up and it's just not like that. I don't think that was the case, though.
No.
I don't think that was the case. I think everybody.
But that's it,
to do
because
that. There's a lot of false cocksucking going on, which I think everyone was fine with.
I well partaked in that. I was the instigator of fake cocksucking. I'm sure you'll find a couple here.
I'll have a quick.
There was one. Go back. Sucking August's cock.
Yep,
right there.
What a guy.
I'll tell you what, mate. It was like a can of Stella.
It was like a can of Stella. No, there was a lot of fake, but everybody was brilliant. So good. Oh, hugs, mate. The bro hugs. You're breaking my neck. Team 3. That's your leader.
I like him, mate. He's gonna set me up with some fatties.
He's gonna set you up with some fatties. All right, we'll leave the pictures and you can check them out yourselves. But a wonderful, wonderful event. Big thanks to those of you guys who flew over as well to meet that. That was so good. It was well worth it. It was so good. So good. I hope they organise. I need people to organise that stuff for me because I just do not have the time with weddings and whatnot going on. There's no fucking way I can organise it. So, awesome. It was the best thing I've done in a long, long time. Makes it all worth it.
It was, man.
No one got over serious, which is always good.
But that's what I was going to say, though, is like, if you've got the capacity to, a pub is the perfect environment for it, because there's a lot of people who are like, have got like social anxiety or is quiet or are timid. You get a fucking drink in them, and they come out of the shower. That is it.
I think so. I mean, I made a point of saying hello to everybody because you know there's different types of attitudes and those kind of things where it's like, I'll wait till everyone else says hello.
I don't even just mean like between us and the guys. I mean like between the guys, because they will speak to each other on TeamSpeak and things like that, but they might not have that like real life connection, or they might be too shy or something. Shout
outs to Carrie, Shade Monk, Shade Carrie, and Halloween Carrie, I think. Especially Halloween, who has a rule of not holding one drink.
Or
deuce or go home.
Or will, before the night out, take a picture of his testicle, and it's in that photo album for you.
That's fantastic.
So if you do see a stray testicle in the linked photo album earlier, it is in fact Halloween's. And it is as smooth as a chicken skin handbag.
What a guy. Right, let's talk Transmog. Can I talk Transmog with you?
I'd like to.
So, Blizzard's released a lot more. We're getting a feel now for Warlords of Draenor about what is going to be going on.
I haven't got my readers. I might have to stand up.
No,
really? No, I'm good.
That's like a 42-inch TV. You need glasses. So, they're coming out. Let's talk some Transmog. What do you we need the opinion of the Master Ghost, a man who is so dedicated to the looks of his characters. It's the only reason he resubscribed to the game is to have swag loot. Let's go. We've got various stuff going on here. This is the crafted stuff. I thought we'd take a little goosey gander. Now remember, this is only going to be on the humans. I'm going to show you a few of these, and I want your opinions. And I want the opinions of the chat as well, because I particularly don't care. So, what do you guys think? This is the crafted cloth set, I want to say.
Blues?
Yes, it's cloth. What do you think?
Blues? Is it blues?
It's crafted, we just don't know the stats.
Okay. Fucking hate the headpiece, but I really
that
don't
headpiece
mind
is bizarre, isn't it?
That actual robe and shoulders, I like it.
The black and red screams Warlock to me. It could be something very nice done with the black and red.
And priest.
Oh, a priest, an undead priest in that would look spiffing.
Undead priest, yeah, whatever.
Undead priest would look spiffing. Now, the leather, especially if you're considering playing a monk, oh my. Oh my, friend.
Do you know what? I'm looking
at
that.
On the left, awful. Pretty shit. Not looking good, are they?
Can we have a little scroll down for the alternate colouring schemes?
That helm, though, right? Are you thinking the same as me?
I don't think so. Right. Ooh. That'd be good on. Oh, it's leather though, isn't it? On a human paladin, like sort of thing.
That's all of them.
Well, what I was thinking is. There are one or two good pieces in that set, and all I can think about is I can take those and put it into a better transmog, because the majority of it is shit.
Awful. And I personally think they're terrible. I mean, I'm no transmog legend, as you well know.
Just scroll up onto a full one a minute. I like the chest and the shoulders. In fact, if you're going to use it
But
with
this smooth style
But look
shot's
at,
been
do you know
so
what?
many times.
I know, but
Them gloves, what are them?
But listen, let me finish. Flamboyancy isn't always the key. Yeah?
Subtlety has its place.
Subtlety has its place.
Subtlety
But look,
has its
what
place.
I was going to say, but then I immediately stopped, is, like, doesn't matter what colour scheme we're looking at, if you took the chest plate, shoulders, belt, and then I was going to say gloves, but look at the gloves, it looks like a pair of fucking oven mitts with a gem in them.
As Potato points out, please get off the page, it's hideous. Stop infecting my eyes
Yeah,
with that.
that's not a good leather. I like the cloth set better so far.
That's mail. Oh no.
Wow, that's terrible.
Why the horns though? Horns has never looked good, has it really? I mean, Garrosh horns as shoulders, nice.
That's not Garrosh horns, mate.
That
Do you
is
know who
not
that
Garrosh
looks like?
horns.
What is he called? He's the gay paladin in League of Legends, and I forgot his name, but that's him. It is truly, truly outrageous.
The mustache works, is all I'm going to say. I don't understand, like, that decision for the little horns. All the helms are really bad.
That's awful. Awful, awful, awful.
We continue. The plate. I had mixed feelings on this one. Again, the helm for me is just diabolically bad. It looks like a cheese grater.
But if we look sideways, how wide is that fucking shoulder? What? Look at that! Do you know what? It's like a paella dish on your shoulder.
Tarek is no paladin.
But you know what I meant though, didn't
Learn
you?
to League of
When I
Legends.
said gay paladin, funny how you knew Tarek was, isn't it?
Is he,
No
is
bad.
he close to that? Yeah.
Mate, I'll show you Tarek in a bit.
Oh, I can't wait. Moving on. This is the Raid Finder, which we're going to move on to next.
Raid Finders have got a specific set for itself.
Yes.
Right,
Wait.
before-
That's the next conversation.
Before I even look up, I cannot wait to see these, because if these are shit... Whoa, yes! That's Raid Finder! Yes!
You're a cruel...
Suck it, you raid finding bitches!
Oh.
You walk around in that. You walk around in that.
That you're a cruel mistress, friend. Do you not
That
admire the detail of
is-
the chest piece?
Shut up! Look at it. That is pure raid finder. In fact, my new insult. My new insult is raid finder. Don't get fucking raid finder on me, you prick. That's raid finder, right? Oh my god, that is so delicious. Yeah, it's awful. There is not one single good piece on that set. What? On the shoulders, are they supposed to be like mini horns?
I
or is
think
it
they're
part
supposed to
of
be
the...
fur, like
Why is it
like a
sticking-
beast.
So they've used gel on 4 points of each shoulder.
No, I
because
think they're supposed to be horns amongst the fur, like some horned beast.
Either way, it's shit, and that's genius.
Some cloven hoofed animal.
I love that.
Leather.
Are these all raid finder?
Yep. Now you were talking about big shoulders. Hey, you were talking about big shoulders.
Oh my
Get on that
God.
level. Get on that level, friend.
Why is the thumb out?
Like some.
Can I just address the elephant in the room? Why is the thumb out? What is it? Do you not think with a shoulder like that when you're in combat and like you stand up and you put your weapon in the ground, you're just gonna go?
On your ass, son.
Yeah.
It's very odd, isn't it? It's
terrible. It's
this
pure
reminds me
LFR.
so much of Wrath of the Lich King armor sets. This old school. I mean, we're going back in time, so old school does make sense. But come on,
Come on, baby.
come on.
That's not even a third as good as Shadowcraft is. That's meant to be leather, and Shadowcraft is
Is this
basically
leather?
shit.
It
Mail?
is mail. This is mail, apparently.
So the one above was leather.
Yes,
it was.
Yes, it was. This is the mail.
So how come mail look more like assassins than the two leather workers? Well, the two leather.
Is it supposed to be a monk feel?
Well, this is mail though.
Can't be mail, can it?
That can't be mail. That's got to be the other way around because
That
a
can't be
monk,
mail.
yeah, a monk and a rogue who's supposed to be like martial arts assassin sort of characters, and that's mail. No way. They've got it wrong. MMO champion can
Yeah,
eat a
maybe
dick.
a Mochamp did get it wrong. I don't know. I mean, that doesn't look like mail.
Well, let's call it
Well,
leather
that
because it's leather.
could be.
No.
Now scales. Meh.
Shredder. That's shredder.
Yeah,
Shredder.
but without the shredding.
I know.
It lacks shred.
It's terrible.
Your shredder lacks shred.
It's well good.
Right, the plate
Okay.
looks busy. That belt buckle though. You know how I feel about big belt buckles? That just takes the biscuit for me.
You know what's going to be funny?
That takes the
You know what's
cake.
going to be funny because we'll just ignore how shit it is. But like,
You're just going to gloss over?
I'm just going to gloss
You're glossing over?
by a further insult of it. Imagine a Tauren, you know the one where it's got an actual broken horn,
Yes.
and you're wearing that armour.
Just
with it.
horns all busted up. On the
So-
opposite sides.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, the
if,
opposite side.
if it's on the same side, that headpiece would work for some RP value. I like that. Just the helm, of course. If it's on the other side, you're going to look like a silly goose.
Aren't you? You're going to look like a little bit of nonsense.
That is terrible. Oh, go get your LFR gear, boys. Stay there. Don't come out of it, because if I see you walking around my planet with that, I will kill the fuck out of you.
My God, that buckle is bizarre, isn't it?
But look how tall his upper body
It's like
is.
a
and look how
chastity belt.
It's near his fucking knees. Look how tall his upper body is, and look how small his legs are. He's like a penguin.
It's like they're trying to say, if you go to the raid finder in Wall of Draenor, you need a chastity belt, so don't reproduce.
Yeah.
That's like the message I'm getting.
Yeah, your cock is a blue gem.
Draenei Guard, I think this is the NPC. Is the NPC? Draenei Guard. He looks slumped like.
Oh my god. Look how far it sticks out.
I know, it looks like he's.
The guy who designed these has got the littlest dick ever, I can guarantee. How much cock envy have you got for it to look at side on? Look at it side on. It sticks out half a foot.
It does look like it needs to be removed to repair something underneath.
But it's stuck out half a foot.
I don't understand
Imagine like them small areas where you've got a squeeze sideways, just fit through here, boys. I can't, mate. Because my cock-shaped belt's sticking out.
It. I can't make. I mean, why the red boots though?
That colour's awful. Go down. We'll ignore the belt for now. That colour scheme there is good.
It's very busy, that, isn't it?
It's crap.
There's a fucking lot
It's
going
terrible.
on there. It's so many layers.
I know, right? He's going to be a bit snug in the
He
summer,
actually looks a
isn't he?
bit like a robot from the side. It looks like a cop-bot.
Cobbots were white.
Yeah, I mean, not the colour scheme, but the style. Look at it from the side-on view there. That looks like a robot.
Drop your weapon.
Drop your weapon, or I will lag the server. Good time.
That's a paladin.
Whoa. I don't know what to make of these, dude.
I do. I know exactly what to make of these.
You've
You've done the right thing, Blizzard. For once in your life, you've put the shittest thing that this game's ever created into the shittest idea you've already put in game. Thank you.
furry cloth. What say you?
I don't know the right words to describe it, preacher man.
We've got some classic male slut mod going on. A little
We've
bit of
got
belly
a
button
bit
for
of
the
midriff
ladies.
there, yeah.
For the ladies, just
Pulling
showing off
off
the
them.
toned abs. A little bit of V muscles going on for the classiness. Beautiful. A little bit of toe.
Oh, a bit of sky blue there.
I like these bangs.
What is it?
I like. It's supposed to. Is that supposed to be a horn?
It's supposed to be like, you know, like the collar, like the, is it Rogue Tier 6? Black Temple?
Oh, the Slayer set. Yeah.
That was a collar of
That was a
thorns
collar.
and spikes. That is how you do a collar. That is how you make every armour set look like some guy who's just come out of the YMCA gay village.
Would lick peaches off. Is all I'm going to say to
Yeah.
that. That is delicious. Obviously,
is
that's
that?
not finished. That's not been coloured.
Aww. I wish it was.
but look
In fact,
at-
I hope they don't finish it and then just stick it into LFR.
I just say thank God for the model updates. Otherwise, we might not get that
Do
definition.
you know what's good about LFR now? Is the fact
This
that...
is Quest rewards. This is what you're going to be working for.
No, it isn't. I'm not wearing that.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
I guarantee that as soon as I do every single fucking quest, I will transmog the shit out of that piece.
Every single quest. No quest.
Oh, these are the leveling gears that you're showing me now. Sorry, that's what you're saying.
Now that is awesome. That is the dream of every Blood Elf female in the game. It's got a nice bit of a, like you're carrying a carpet, little bit commando. Bring your own rug. That's a slut mog. Bring your own bed. Sit down, have a good time.
Do you know what? It's not a very good armor set and that headpiece is ridiculous, but you put that on a troll, like shaman or something like that, or a druid, you've got a good set there. It writes itself.
The character looks embarrassed.
He does.
It's like one of the models they show on daytime
Yeah.
television who's like, Jesus Christ.
Let's go
I
like
didn't not eat all good stuff. Ooh.
Shredder.
I actually don't mind that. Well, no, face on, that's a
What
good-
is with all the midriffs?
What is with that face? Like, he looks like he's scared to death. Can we zoom in? I want to go close on this guy's eyes. That is a look of pure fear. That is a look of a man who doesn't want to be wearing that helm. Look at the sorrow in his eyes.
There's pain behind
There's
them eyes,
pain
isn't there?
behind those eyes. There's pain there. You've seen many things.
Yes. Shut up, phone. We're having a moment.
I can't believe a Bane quote came in at the perfect time. Your punishment must be more severe.
I know, right?
There's an agony there.
Poor lad.
And the colour. I actually don't mind it side on though. I like that.
Side on. I like
that.
that.
Looks
Yeah.
mint. Like from there, that looks really cool.
I'd like to finish it off.
It also looks like a hawkish, but why? His eyes are killing me. I can't look at him.
The front of the helmet would ruin it, though, wouldn't it?
That looks cool as well. I like that. There's a place for that as long as you don't look at it face on.
Yeah, there's a place for that questing, so you can get rid of it after.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind running around in that. Now this, I think, even just by the preview, is going to look amaze balls.
That chest, though.
Oh, I like that. A bit of breakfast out. Little showing
bit of
off
hamburger meat.
Showing off a bit of breakfast.
For the ladies.
If only our necklaces showed and we could get an actual medallion. I would give my left nut to have a medallion in World of Warcraft. And Halloween would too. You know that guy could rock a medallion.
Fuck yeah, he rocked 20.
He could rock a medallion.
The guy's the Flavor medallions. Yeah. Exactly. He's got spinners.
And a clock.
Yeah, exactly.
If I could get a clock on my character, that would be the transmog for me. At least it's been stitched appropriately by a blind person.
Is this leather, by the way?
I think it is leather. Yes, it is.
Okay.
There's a lot of burger meat out there, isn't there? There's too much.
Do you know what? It's fine for leveling set, but what the fuck is with all the exposed chests and stuff?
I actually feel like Wars of Draenor may in fact be the expansion where shoulders are the primary target of every enemy. Our front chest is safe.
Our front chest, containing all of the vital organs of your target, have added some.
But your shoulders, serious danger.
But if you're trying to get through my chest by my shoulder, you're in for a bad time.
You're in for a bad time. Because I permanently fight side on. Maybe that's what they're trying to teach you. You fight side on a permanent basis.
Them leg pieces, though, go back one sec. Them leg pieces, that's like the 4th time I've seen that leather set of armour. And it started with the Trial of the Crusader. You know, with the one plate piece on the side, it's like a running fucking theme now. Get over it! Jesus Christ.
You want some innovation?
Yeah.
Oh, I believe I have gone to the wrong place. This is male. Again, that's not male. Kind of. Yes.
Kind of female. It's a leveling set at the end of the day. We can't go give too much critique, but...
Does it
Do you know what that reminds me of? I'm going to show you during the break.
Okay.
I'll show you.
This looks to me like a lady in some sort of Star Trek, you know, behind them pink silk things. Goes,
if anyone's seen Cannonball Run 2, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Cannonball Run 2. Smokey is the bandit. It just reminds me of the Predator. Come on. Come on! That does not look like the Predator. Oh, I see. You think it's like the dreadlocks.
If they had the dreadlocks combined with the leather mask,
I'll give you that one. A
that's
veil.
what they've done.
A veil.
They've bloody taken the Predator mask. They give half of it to leather and half of it to mail. The back.
When the Predator mask, of course, works when it's in one.
Exactly.
You can't just split a Predator mask in two.
You don't goof. That's.
Oh God, them shoulders are safe. Thank Christ. I, for a second there, upon the preview, believed that them shoulders may, in fact, be in danger.
Of under protection.
Of under protection. There's nothing like going out with an exposed shoulder. Okay, you're asking for trouble if you're going to go outside.
But at
with
least we've got the midriff covered as well.
Yeah, safety first.
Safety first. But
safety first.
The majority of the entire collective body armour is actually been put into one shoulder.
Again, side on, that helm works. But why this?
The front of it is bobbins, isn't it?
You know, it reminds me of that red helm that I often see warriors wearing. I assume it's probably one of the first male helms you can get from like Scarlet Monastery. It's like a red...
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
It's Herod's.
Yeah, and that looks awful. That thing that comes up on its sides and it just shows your eyes and stuff. But the top of the helms are really cool. This side bit, though.
I like the spike back sort of aerodynamic thing. I've always been a fan of that on the armours.
Yeah, like I said, this is very Wrath of the Lich King stuff. Now,
I don't mind that
I
at
do
all.
not mind that. I think that's okay.
That is a good set.
That makes sense. It's got a bit of style to it, a bit of class. The helmet isn't disgusting all over.
It's plate.
Yeah, that's a good point. These armour sets could be anything. The ones we've seen so far.
Exactly.
It
the
doesn't
fact
scream
is,
plate or
it
leather.
looks like plate. It looks like armour, not just a fucking fancy dress. And it's a levelling set. And yeah, you get away with it. It looks good. The first colour's better than that.
Yeah.
And that.
And that. That's better.
Yeah, definitely.
That is much better.
That playset's the best that I've seen so far.
Yeah, it's plate with a bit of fur on the inside. That makes a lot of sense.
Exactly.
For comfort.
Yeah.
Because I need my shoulders to be protected and snuggly. I want snuggly ones. We're almost, I think it was the last one. Here we go. No, when we said the Garrosh horn shoulders, we meant like Garrosh. Not just the horn that's been sucking it onto the side.
But that's been taken off like the child version of the beast that Garrosh slain to put it onto your shoulders.
That's not quite the same thing.
And there's a midriff.
Just show the camera Garrosh horns. Look at the horn with the studs and all that. And then you came in and went, we'll just stick a horn on the shoulders because people like that.
They'll think, hey, Garrosh.
Nice horn.
Nice
bro.
horn.
Nice horn, man.
But yeah, at least we've got a good showing midriff there.
Oh, well, we can't. To be honest, the ones that didn't have midriff, no interest.
Let's be honest, it was a good percentage of 7 out of 8 chests exposed on the armour. Armour being the key word.
I think we do have a favourite then. So far, I've lost it. But
You had it then?
Did I?
There you go. Oh, no, it's not.
I don't know. Well, yeah, that plate. Oh, it's this
That's
one.
the one.
Yeah, that one makes. That's the only one, and we've looked at a good 30 transmogs sets there that have been designed for Walls of Draenor. That is the only one that I really think makes any sense.
Yeah.
Some good ideas though.
No,
there is some good ideas. I like the top of the helms.
No,
and I liked.
They've taken good ideas and made them bad.
I am interested to see when Warlords comes out, and we'll do a Transmog competition. Don't you worry about it. I'm very interested to see what you guys come up with. Will the pros out there?
There we go.
See the way I did that with the power of the mind.
Give over.
I did that with the power of the mind. I did.
I must learn your ways.
These sets are amazing. Come on. Much better than Pally Challenge Mode, baby. Yeah, we've looked at every. I think I've looked at every single set. I got them all out for Ghosty earlier on. If I missed one, I apologise. I had to skim through earlier on. But yeah, we think we're pretty good.
But my overall synopsis will be the leveling set isn't armour, it's a fancy dress, but it's got a good plate set. The LFR gear is amazing. Everyone, yeah, you know what? Fuck LFR, everything about it. And I'm so glad, let me just get this out. I'm so glad that the worst armour sets that are now in game, I'm going over starting armour and everything, they've put it into LFR. You want to do LFR? You want to get upgrades from LFR? You're going to look a twat when you do.
Apparently there is a Warrior Tier 17. We'll take a quick look at it. We've been going for nearly 45 minutes. Let's take a quick break.
Did you just get really micromanaging and say 46 minutes then?
It says 46, so I read the number. I was trying to be accurate. We want to talk about all that stuff though we just brought up, which is BlizzCon. LFR in particular, you're going to enjoy it, obviously. We'll be back in like 5 minutes. I'll find that Warrior Tier 17 if I can find it. Give us 2 minutes. We'll come back to it. We'll grab a drink, have a pee. We'll be right back and we'll have a quick look at it.
You're thinking Green Lantern. Watch.
I think you should do part of this show in that.
I'll do it.
Thanks for tuning in with us, everybody. We got a donation of Joey. Thanks, Joey, man. You're a fucking ledge. Thanks, dude. I hope everyone's having a good time. I've researched Warrior Tier 17. Are you ready?
Let's do it, mate.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's so good. It's so freaking good. Oh my god, that is delicious. Isn't it?
I can't say a bad thing about it.
That is so good. Oh, I'm in love. It's almost worth playing the Warrior. It's almost. Not quite. But it's almost. That is fucking evil as shit, that, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That is so evil.
Daedric armour from... there they go. Daedric
armour. Who's Daedric?
Daedric's just the armour from the Elder Scrolls games.
Oh, right, okay.
That highest plate.
Wow.
Dragon Ball.
That is fucking delicious. That rescues a lot of what we've been saying. Even the belt buckle works, even though it's giant.
And then
how it will play when it's animated, I don't know.
I don't know myself, but I know that if you put it into a direct comparison with a certain armour set we were just mocking earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
That they're purposely making other sets worse, so that can look better. And I think so. I think we universally agree that is so much better. Shoulder animation in the model viewer. The model viewer takes so long to load. I actually made a point earlier that we weren't going to click it. It's like one item every fucking 5 seconds or something. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's delicious. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. That is so fucking good. Right, let's talk news then. Let's start some controversy, especially concerning the LFR. LFR. Everybody likes to hate the LFR. They like to rage on it. They like to rage on it. So they've changed it. It's been revamped. Been reworked. You might have to put your jacket on. That's really weird. And you're going to be doing that all the time.
So, LFR is shit.
I think we looked at the Paladin last time. A headless ghost. That's so weird you putting it back on. It feels like one of the movies. LFR's been revamped. Will no longer drop. Let me get your first impression before I go deep on this, okay? Before I go deep. I've done a video on this. It's going to come out after this one. I wanted to save it still before the web show. Until after the web show. No longer will drop tier sets. Will no longer drop specific trinkets. Will have its own loot set, which is probably equivalent, I would say, to make it more in context with just the catch-up stuff that you would get from vendors. What's your initial reaction to that?
Love it.
Because
it separates raiding from LFR.
Perfect answer.
High five.
Correct. This is amazing! I can't even express it enough. It is the best change so far by a country fucking mile because it drops the illusion that LFR is success. It gets rid of the fucking cloak that LFR is a good place to be and you're doing well.
Mm-hmm.
And then, do you know the ramifications of this change, this simple little change, are enormous. Absolutely enormous. Because for fucking 2 expansions, right, I've been battling Blizzard. And I shouldn't be doing that. Because my whole purpose of my channel is to get people out of that circle jerk, like we've done. And like we said at the StarkCon, my guys were like, you know what, before I started watching you, I was just fucking in the circle jerk. I was in there. Now I'm a heroic raider. We're doing well. Some people are going to be raid leaders. I've got people who came from my channel who are raiding in the top 2 guilds in the world. That's right. Method. That's right. Blood Legion. Thank you. And now, 2 expansions of people have joined the game, new players, have gotten to the LFR and have had no reason to do any more. Mm-hmm. Because they perceive they're getting the rewards that everybody else is getting. And as we did in the apathy video, people can't see why you should raid. What possible reason have you got? What is the biggest incentive for a new player joining an RPG? Gear. And in the LFR they were getting the tier sets, the same set bonuses, the same cool trinkets that do the cool stuff. They were getting all that for the absolute minimum effort. They may never ever learn a boss mechanic in their life, and they don't need to. And looking at a guild, application process, joining TeamSpeak, being on a regular basis, being there for certain amounts of time, having to keep a schedule, working for your gear, it's got to be spending DKP or whatever's going on. This is the best thing that could ever happen. And this is why I am more hyped for Warlords of Draenor than I think I was for the Burning Crusade. I've got to be honest. Because now we're going to get people wanting to raid.
Exactly.
They're going to go, I kind of need to do that. And the gear, as maybe, how about this for a theory throwing at you? Is the gear that doesn't come from raiding purposely shit? When we compare side by side the raid tiers to what the LFR gear is. Is that on purpose?
Hopefully.
Is that a reason, incentive? Because that's all it takes for a lot of new players to then go, to feel that moment when it clicks, when you work on a boss, even if it's normal mode or heroic or whatever is you fucking poison, and then you're like, oh, I didn't kill this straight away. And then the raid leader's like, you need to do this. And then you go, oh, I didn't realise any of that was happening in the fight. I guarantee how many people have probably killed Horadon or whatever 30 times. How many of you have done fucking Jin Rock recently? When did the Throne of Thunder launch? I need to know.
I'm going to be doing all of LFR, but I'm not going to be doing
I'd like to come with you if you want.
You can do. I won't be doing much.
I'm fine with it.
I'm just going to swag along.
When did the Throne of Thunder come out? Patch 5.2. Patch 5.2. When was that? Alright, so it was around April 2013. April 2013. And there are so many fucking people who don't know that Jinrock's pools on the floor give you a damage bonus. No idea. They probably killed that boss dozens of times. Have no idea and never ever had to. Never had to find out what's going on. And all they see is when you wipe is somebody somewhere did something wrong and they don't know why. Healers didn't heal enough. Tanks didn't tank enough. DPS didn't do enough, whatever. Even though they will avoid this thing that gives you a huge damage bonus, we still see people fucking bloodlusting on Jinrock the second the guy's pulled in an LFR, where people are just not capable of abusing a pull in such a way to make it worth it. And it hurts me because I'm fighting constantly against Blizzard. Not just against those guys, I'm fighting against Blizzard because they're going, it's fine, you're getting the rewards, you're getting the same stuff. You're seeing the Endwing bosses, you've seen Garrosh Hellscream. People have killed Garrosh tons of times in LFR, yet they will be hit. Nobody will do the Engineer. They would rather wipe than do something like the Engineer because it's a difficult mechanic to handle. How many of you have been in an LFR where it's like, who's going to do the Engineer? And people will be like, I don't know what to do. And they've killed that boss so many times. And they've no idea what that guy this mythical job of killing the fucking Engineer that goes on in there. No matter how long that boss has been out, months and months and months, and they just have no fucking eye. But it's not the guy's fault who are in LFR. Loving this change because it hurts the LFR players, I think is really wrong. Especially if you don't do LFR. I think that is wrong, man, to hurt.
What?
If they're self-entitled pricks who just want, who demand for whatever reason to log into the game and get all the latest stuff and have all that stuff just given to them, whatever. They're knobheads anyway, regardless of what game they're playing. No one gives a fuck about them. The most casual players who go in there, they will have, the LFR will obviously provide relatively updated gear and more than enough to do casual stuff in the game, whether that the Timeless Isles or whatever it might be, and they'll be happy with it. But for those guys who have all the time in the world and who never had the inclination or the reason to go and raid, will now go, I need to raid to get that. All it will take, and we've seen there, that warrior armor set will be enough for thousands of LFR warriors to go, maybe I should try this raiding thing out. Because I want that, it's cool. Look at my LFR set, it's awful. But look at the warrior set that drops in normal mode. Maybe I should give this fucking thing a try. And on top of that, this is just a flood of new recruits who are looking to raid. And people will start learning again. And people are going to pick it up, and the new players aren't just going to be a wasted resource, which they are. A big problem I have when I speak to people in the top end guilds in the world, which I do on a regular basis, is a lot of them have the ego that there will always be players available to join them because of their name. And they will be able to just pull people whenever needed. But what we've seen is the raiding scene has dwindled and dwindled and dwindled and dwindled, and that's because of the last two expansions, the millions of new players, and there are that many, joining the game, have had no purpose to learn anything about the game whatsoever or to experience the joy that comes from actually raiding. Yeah. And I believe that's why I do my channel. If people disagree and want to do PvP or whatever, fine, I don't care. But for me, I want people to experience that joy of that first Ragnaros kill that we had, or even the Major Domo kill that I had, which was just a pleasure. Or just killing High King Morgor. You were there, and the screams that goes on there. I want you to experience that one time, and then you'll go, I get it now. Yeah. But for two expansions, we've just had the fucking people coming in who are potentially great players, and that's the sad thing. Potentially great players. A lot of people would like to go, LFR noobs. It's not their fault. This is the option that was given to them. Hey, do you want to join a guild, write an application, join vent with people you don't know, be a trial where you won't get any loot, turn up on time, or do you want to sit in Orgrimmar and press join raid? What do you want to do? And as a new player who's going, why the fuck, that's not even a choice in my eyes. I don't understand. So they never experience it. Or they get carried, they join a flex where they can get away with murder, and if they get kicked, those guys are no-life nerds or whatever, and they don't get it. But then this will push them. I so hope there's a cool trinket. It takes a Deathbringer's Will. That's all it takes is a Deathbringer's Will. Something like that, and people will go, fucking need that, man. I fucking need that. How do you get it? You join a raid. And guess what? Blizzard's made normal mode a little bit easier and flexible. Not going to be hard to get in there. Not going to be hard to get in there. This is so fucking important, guys. I can't. For anybody who's just hating on the LFR or just think, oh, this is a simple idea. It's so simple. So fucking simple. And I love it. I love it so much. I really do love it. Oh, I'm so happy. So fucking happy. Really am happy for this. Let me just check this message real quick. Okay. Thank you, Delo. We'll check it later. This is perfect. And every guild in the world should be fucking overjoyed because you're going to have recruits. Now, this brings me on to the next subject. Do you know how raiding works in Worlds of Draenor? If I touch your breast, does that make sense to you?
Don't take your hand away and explain it to me.
Okay, so in Worlds of Draenor, you've got 3 tiers of raiding. You've got normal.
Yeah.
You've got heroic.
Yeah.
Now, both of those are going to be flexi, which means you can have 10 to 25 people. No limit, nothing, no restrictions in between that. You can have 10, 13, 14, 15.
Scale into how many
for
people,
normal
yeah.
mode, okay? So it's no longer all 10 and all 25. There's just normal mode, and you can have that raid. You can have 10 to 25 people. Heroic will be the same. Flexi heroic, 10 to 25 people. And then mythic, which is the hardcore, or the hard mode, 20 people step. So it can be balanced properly, right? Because that's going to be the difficult stuff. So that's a flat 20 people. The only thing that's restricted is mythic raiding. There's going to be a big problem, and this is a message to all of you who are in raiding guilds, especially if you're in your 10-mans. This is a prediction, but I tell you right now, this is going to be the best advice you will get for Worlds of Draenor to make sure your guild is awesome. People are not going to start recruiting for their guild until when? Given that system I've just told you. Until they get down to less than 10.
What do you mean?
Let's say you've got a guild of 15 people. You'll
Yeah.
be overjoyed that Flexi's coming, right? Now you don't have to pick and choose. You don't have to bench people. Maybe even some friends can come along whenever they're online. This is the joy of Flexi. You can't make it every night. It's not a big deal for your guild. If you log in on a Wednesday, you can come. If you can't make it on a Thursday, it doesn't matter. The raid will scale based on how many people are in there. It's not a major problem anymore to have that freedom. But guilds who are raiding this content will not start recruiting until they get to less than 10 people. Do you understand what I mean by that? They'll start with 15, maybe next week 14, maybe next week 13. And until it gets to a point where they have less than 10, they're not going to start looking for more players. That's going to be the typical response of most guilds, your average guild. You guys who are running guilds and part of guilds, start recruiting early. Really early. Get those people into your guild, because abuse the fact that your average guild isn't going to start recruiting straight away, because they won't need to until they get to lower than 10. People always wait till it's a problem before they start trying to fix it. Don't do that, because this change in LFR means that at the very beginning of Worlds of Draenor, there's going to be a lot of people looking for guilds, and not a lot of guilds who give a shit because they will trust in their old friends, or they'll trust in the current group they've got. Do you understand what I mean by that? It's like they'll be like, well, we've got 15 people, we don't need more for flex. No, you don't. But you can do better by bringing more. You can do better, and then your potential to go into mythic
Aim
and all that
higher.
kind of stuff. Abuse these guys early before they get snapped up, because eventually there's going to be this breaking point. Worlds of Draenor is going to hit. Everybody who's in a guild right now is going to be raiding, because normal mode is going to be easier than it is now, and they're flexible. So you're going to start raiding. Then people are going to start dropping away because they don't like Worlds of Draenor for whatever reason that might be, and it's going to start doing this. It might take a month or two, but then those guys are going to start turning up to raids with 8 or 9 people unable to raid. Then they're going to start recruiting. Fucking bros, you guys, pre-planning, start recruiting straight away. Get yourself up to 25, 30 people. And don't be in that situation where you're going to hit 8 or 9. Don't be part of the slackers who are going to wait until they can't raid before they start doing something about it. Because these guys are going to want this gear. There's going to be some potential fucking gems in there. And thanks for Flexi, you can kick someone out of your raid mid-raid. No big fucking deal. Get reworked. It's going to be fucking awesome. Absolutely awesome. Worlds of Draenor is brilliant so far. I'm so fucking hyped for it. They've done so much right.
No, I agree.
So much fucking
I
right.
agree.
And this LFR, I mean, vendors make no sense anyway, right? I mean, vendors were a... Why would this guy have an infinite supply of armor? I know it's a fantasy world, but it always annoys me that, like, this guy's like, you need to defeat the most powerful foe in the land, Lei Shen. He's going to destroy Pandaria. I have all this gear, but I'm not going to give it to you yet. But you should go in and fight it. I have all this. I have an infinite supply of armor for all slots and pieces. You can't have it yet. You have to go and farm 5-man content and scenarios in order to deserve this fucking item. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This kind of thing. That vendors were a solution to Wrath of the Lich King, where blues were kind of important still-ish, kind of. And you need.
There's always every expansion that one blue item
that never drops. Yeah.
That never drops, but it's always the last to replace because it's not fucking valuable. That was it, really.
No, it's true. That's why that
I always
existed.
remember, yeah.
The badge system was because sometimes an item wouldn't drop, and that actually prevented you from doing a lot of stuff in Wrath of the Lich King. TBC wasn't too bad because they kind of stuck to the old rating model. They still had badge stuff, but it was resist gear. I don't know if you remember that. Most of your badges.
Oh, in TBC.
Were the badges of justice in TBC? Oh, they're just called heroic badges.
I can't remember.
I know you only got them. I think they were badges of justice, but you could only buy
right.
fire resist. I think for Illidan mainly. They even implemented that in the very beginning of the game is to get that kind of stuff.
And then you had the justice vendor in Dalaran for the Sunwell gear, which was shit.
But just the fact that you can buy that stuff from badges,
Yeah.
I think tokens for gear is about the worst cop-out system in any game. If you're just turning in random tokens that can be acquired from all over the land to a guy,
Just drop the gear.
yeah, just make it accessible somewhere else because it's so uninteresting. It's like, hey, I've collected enough points now. There you go. It's a simple solution, but it's a cop out. Vendors, vendors are a cop out. It's a terrible situation to be in. So I'm really happy that they just said, you know what, we're still gonna have the catch up system. LFR drops lots more gear now. You're gonna have a really high chance of dropping loot, and it's not very good. Noticeably, not very good, and that's brilliant. So simple. And it's what I just want to put this out there. It's what we called for a year ago. It's what we called for. We talked about it on a web show probably 12 months ago, saying just change the loot. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
Change the loot, make it noticeably worse. Oh, so good. So good. Because you can't convince people who have an unerring vision of Lei Shen. I know you don't know what that trinket is, but for a long time it was extremely powerful. You can't convince a new player the difference between the LFR version and the heroic version. And perhaps they just look at the heroic raiders. I would like to get the perspective of new players when they have a lot of LFR gear and are farming coins to roll on LFR gear.
Yeah.
What do they think of heroic raiders? Is it still they're just no-lifers, or is it just it doesn't make sense because I'm wearing the same stuff? Do they believe that kind of thing?
These coins that you can use in LFR, can you use them in normal raids as well?
They're for that, but they allowed you to use them in LFR as well, which was again a mistake because you've got these guys going out farming coins to roll on terrible fucking gear, man. They're putting an effort to roll on that gear. I mean, you'll see people because you've not, as far as I'm aware, you've not done Throne of Thunder yet, let alone Siege of Orgrimmar on any character.
No,
you've never been inside.
The last one, what was it called now?
The Mogasham Vaults, the Heart of Fear.
Heart of Fear, last one.
So you've not done Terrace of the Underspring either. Have you fought a giant Shah guy who ports you away to different platforms?
No.
I believe maybe Vanish could sort something out for Tuesday. I don't know if you're free or whatever, but they do a flexi run on Tuesdays.
Okay.
You don't want to be farming LFR gear, trust me.
I'm not going to be so much farming it. I'll have someone
just
follow while I browse Reddit.
Well, I browse Moggit.
Yeah.
Well, I check out Moggit. Perhaps we could do a flexi run or something where we'll go through Throne of Thunder and go through Siege
I'm going to go
Orgrimmar.
through it all, but I'm not going to go in there looking to contribute.
Contribute? I'm not looking to contribute,
I'm looking to help them get my gear. You are beneath me, people.
Do you need to investigate the transmog situation before you start looking for items?
Yeah, only in terms of I know it's not going to look as good as this, so I'm going to change it. Do you know what I do need to do, actually, speaking of transmog? And it always sticks in my mind, is, I'm probably going to get this wrong now, there was two of them, and it was Paladin and Monk LFR Mogasham Vault sets.
I don't know what they look like.
I do, and it was well good, but it's the LFR colours. I think the white, the pair of them, like, the Monk looks like
Can
Regen.
I tell you a true story? I don't even know if the tier sets in LFR and between normal heroic have different colours. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they do.
Do they? I just don't care.
I know that, just for transmog purposes.
Yeah, exactly. I just don't care.
That's it.
I really don't care. I have no fucking interest. Ghost has already been offered carries.
No, I haven't.
I bet you have, and you've already forgot. Bet you've already forgot.
If you offered it me Saturday night when I was mid-shit-faced.
Yeah, I offered it while you were drunk. You're going to be alright. We'll take questions later. I did see the Archage question, but we'll talk about that kind of stuff later. Next one I wanted to bring up. God, there's so much to talk about. It's ridiculous. No flying. Warlords of Draenor.
Okay.
React. Boom.
Don't like that I can't fly my mech
Audience,
around
react.
anymore.
You what?
I can't fly my mech anymore.
In that area.
Can I just touch you with some intimate details that I found out
about? I was
mate?
already taking my pants
Yeah,
off.
I was ready for spooning. You seen what happens when you go underwater in the mech?
No.
Turns into a submarine, mate.
No, it doesn't.
Visor comes down, legs go back, fans go behind it, submarine.
Are you joking?
I lost my shit.
I've not even seen that.
I fell into the water, and I was like, fuck! And I was like, ooh. Ooh, yes.
That can't be true.
Doesn't change its shape, but the parts of it, the visor comes down, fans go behind it, and it goes. Submarine, mate. I shit you not. Tell them, people.
Right, let me just see the reactions here. I love that there's no flying. I think it's a good thing. Fuck yeah, this is a reaction. Pre-order WoD for a flying mount. Can't fly. That makes a lot of sense. No flying mount is awesome. Mech. What do you think? What do you think?
I like it.
Is this a lesson for a lot of other MMOs that flying is a great thing?
This is bringing the new school back to the old school. This is what populates the world, what PvP is about.
Exactly. It populates the world, and that is the most important thing.
There you go.
It populates the world. I think people would like to believe that...
Did you just have a Maladeath?
Yeah.
Well played, sir.
I also have... can I annoy you? I've had Muramasa 6 times in a row. I'm serious.
I give up farming that piece of shit. I wanted that so badly on mine.
I need an ocean. It is. I know I was giving it by a member of the community, but it's easily the best mount in the game. It's so good. But I think Ashara has an ocean over here. Oh shit.
That clutch bubble though. Hello.
And that's why you subscribe to me, because I can do that at the last second. Clutch bubble, even in a time of emergency. I love it when you're on the map and you're not on the map. It's the best.
It's the best.
It is the best.
Because you gone north, not south, you dipstick.
There we go. The no flying was Drano. Yeah, flying is a cool thing, right? Flying is always a very, very cool thing.
Scraping the valley floor, mate.
Right, if this doesn't turn into a submarine, I'm going to be so pissed.
Wait. Dun 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 dun. It does turn into a submarine. Oh my god! No way! That is incredible! That is awesome. That is really good attention. What?
Oh yeah, his head locks up, so you're not in it.
Does it when you're flying as well, but you probably never noticed.
So if you stop, does the visor come down? Oh!
Yeah?
That is very cool.
Boom!
That is very, very cool. I had no idea it did that. I've had it for a while now. I had no idea. That's because I don't crash into the ocean.
This is why people come to me with looks.
You're the only person who can crash into a fucking ocean. Oh, do you actually lose air?
Yeah, of course you do.
Oh, it's got a broken the seal. Goblin technology, mate.
No beds.
Fucking goblin technology. Shocking. Still have a breath meter.
How good would that be if you didn't need a breath meter?
It is very, very cool, though. In fact, if you can get it to actually do the twist in the air, it's very, very cool.
Loop. D-loop?
I'm really, 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 like, I can't tell you how childlike happy I am that happens. I'm actually childlike happy that actually occurs.
What do you mean?
How did you crash into an ocean?
Mate,
how did you crash into an ocean?
It was just a river. Like, I'm leveling.
A river that came out of nowhere?
No, I was leveling in Pandaria, and it's a part where you've got to get a fish or something, and I'm using that mech, but it's walking on the ground. I know it's a sky golem, I keep calling it mech. It's easier and it sounds way cooler. But yeah, I was walking along the ground, and it was something that either knocked me back or I jumped too far, landed in the water, and I was like, ooh, yeah. So yeah.
That is very, very cool. Very cool. Right, no flying. I did a video on it. Amazing.
RP value, there's limited air in the cockpit. Shh, wait. Yeah.
Limited air in the cockpit.
Cockwick?
Cockpit.
Oh my god.
Hey, I know words. I know words. I know what I'm talking about. I really know.
We need a pilot to the cockwick. Stat!
If only they did change it to a cockwick, I could have been the first.
The instigator of cockwick. Never forget
alert.
2040.
Spoiler alert. I know when it's going in. Yeah, flying. It was brilliant.
I like it.
It was a problem to an old. It was a solution to an old problem. I'd like to take you back. What was your worst flight point in vanilla? Let's get some stats from those of you who actually played vanilla.
I cannot remember, but I think
do you remember the Desolus one?
It's one I can't. All I remember is images. I can't remember names. Near the UBRS.
Let's get a map.
Like when you're going to Molten Core or something. Oh, Desolus, where you've got to go through Tenaris. Is it that one?
Let me show you. Le Desolus. Right, where's... Okay, take the mouse. Let me quiz you. Where's the Desolus quest hub as it was and as it is in vanilla? If you can remember. If you can't remember, just say so. I'll point it out.
Here.
No.
There's a fishing one here where you got like the
It
crabs
might be the odd quest, but wasn't the quest hub village.
But it's here.
Yes.
Ah, see, I knew it, mate. I was tricking you with that first one.
Where's the only flight point in Desolus?
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, what?
Here.
Up. 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 There. Do you not remember?
No, I never.
If you wanted to go to Desolus, you had to fly to Furlas, which was below it. It was like here somewhere, and then ride up the road all the way to here. You couldn't even fly to the zone to actually go to Desolus and get anything done.
Is flying staying in Outworld, in the regular world?
Yeah, of course.
Just in the new zone?
Yeah. They can't take it away now. A lot of those zones are designed around the idea of flying. Imagine if they just made it so you could never go to Storm
Blade's
Peaks
Edge.
again.
Oh, that'd be well funny.
Yeah, Storm Peaks is just out of order now, sorry. But that was why flying was brought in, because the flight points were a fucking joke, man. They were absolutely awful. What else was the worst zone? Did we get some? Nigel's Point. I remember... Oh my god, I can't remember the name of the zones. Where would we fly to from Molten Core? Oh, you were Alliance, weren't you, in Vanilla? You wouldn't have gone to the same point.
For the Alliance.
We couldn't fly to the zone. Ungoro Crater? Oh god, yeah. Ungoro map.
Yeah, because you've
Do you
got to
remember
take
that
a
one?
massive divert through Tanaris.
Well, that's a
and then
really
come
useful map.
across.
I appreciate it. Where was it?
Here.
Yeah.
But no, what's worse is the zone that was on this side of it, the flight path, sends you as a diagonal this way, then comes round, and then lands.
Yeah,
Can't just go.
Searing Gorge, yeah.
And this is where you have to come in as well.
This was the problem. This is why flying needed to exist, because the flight... Why would you not put 2 flight points in a zone this big?
It's not that big a zone.
Ungoro is pretty big for one flight point that's located up a crevice.
No, it isn't. It's not that big a zone.
It's like you vanilla old school.
On the
Hardened by the pain.
That's what I mean, though. Dead on nerves.
You've got a
I've
soul
got no
of
apathy.
stone.
For those who've had it handed to them on a silver platter.
You casual
That's
scrubs.
a small zone. And you didn't have a mount when you was leveling there. You're like level 30.
you did.
You might have had a 40% mount, and it would have took you 10 minutes to get to the flight point. Grow a fucking sack, man.
Gross. Right through those dinosaurs.
Yeah, God damn.
I used to look Jurassic Park in the eye and go, Ian Malcolm, you bitch.
I know, right?
You've no fucking idea. You pussy. You absolute sausage fest. What a casual punk. Cyberbullied. Small as fuck, no way. For one flight point, when you couldn't fly in 40% mount, Jesus Christ.
Why can't we have like mages teleporters?
How do you mean? Just a normal teleporter still work the way it used to, where sometimes it just drop you in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
So good.
No, you remember like, not, so you wouldn't have like the synaptic impairment of Neocron, but you know like the teleporters, but you can have like mage portals instead.
I don't think anybody uses mage portals anymore. Kind of a lost art, isn't it?
As in like, instead of flight paths. Where a flight path would be a small school of mages. You tell them where you want to go and they teleport you there. What is the point of travelling if you don't have to? People don't want to do that now.
I see what you mean, but that sounds far too convenient. You're just basically saying you've got almost like a location chooser every time.
Yeah. What's wrong with it?
It worked in Neocron. Gen repping. You could just pick wherever you wanted to go. I think it'd be awkward. I don't know. I'm not against it because it's faster, and anything that's just faster, I'm okay with that.
It works. There you go.
I'm okay with that.
There's another fucking pearl that I've thrown at you.
How long would the list of places be? One has to wonder.
No, you click it and it brings it up on the map like it does with the flight path. You
just click it.
And then they go, whoa, and teleport you there.
Do you guys like that?
How about that? How does that sound?
Yeah, fast travel, I mean, it doesn't fit with the world.
Fast travel Timmy! Sorry.
Nice reference, though.
No, it works.
I so wish there would be South Park DLC. That would be glorious.
It's suits, so have you seen the South Park DLC?
It's the DLC?
It's just armors.
Yeah, there's too many in here.
Yeah.
I won't collect them all. But yeah, I don't like that idea, but I would use it. Let's just say that. I would use it.
But yeah, I think it'd work, man. I mean, the flight path, yeah, it'll show you the zone and stuff like that. But okay, maybe Here's a compromise.
I know why it don't work.
Because it doesn't show you the zones that everyone's worked on.
No, it does.
8 years ago.
It again depopulates the world in some aspects.
No, it wouldn't.
It would.
Because you're still above the ground flying anyway. If you had that portal, let's put it this way then. Like, you bought it like a skill. Like with flying mounts. When you cap, then you get access to the mage portal, like mage teleports.
It does depopulate the world in a way, because once you uncover that... We're going to have to talk a little bit Neocrash. Once you tag that gen rep, you're never going to be travelling between those zones ever again, really.
You're never going to be doing
You're never going to have places
anyway.
where...
And you can't get off a flying.
I know what you're saying. It just doesn't work in WoW. I would like it. I won't be clear. I would actually like it because I'm okay with not having to travel. And anything that makes me faster is fine. But yeah, other than that, I'm okay.
It takes the world out of the World of Warcraft. Really, when you're grinding for 90 fucking levels, do you not see any of the world? It takes out the
100
bore.
levels.
For now.
For now.
For now.
Why grind?
It takes the fucking bore of stupid flight path. Even if it's a direct flight path and you're going from, let me top of my head, is it Undercity at the north? Is it Tanaris or Booty Bay at the south?
Yep.
How long's that flight path?
I used to do that flight path all the time.
I know. I used to do it on my mains when I had to go and gank a bitch for ganking my own.
Gank a bitch. By the time you get there, it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then you had to get... I remember the best part about Vanilla, for real, is... I just got ganked in STV by a load of level 60s. What are you going to do about it? Log my main, fly to Undercity, take a Zeppelin over. No, fly to Orgrimmar, take a Zeppelin to Undercity, then I'm going to take a 40-minute flight point down to STV, and then I'm going to kick his ass. And then by the time you get there, it's like, there's nobody here. There's nobody here.
There you go. It's over 5 minutes, that flight path.
It's well longer than that. The only question I have for you, friend, if I had instant teleportation to wherever I wanted to be, when would I piss? Flight points and flying are my toilet breaks. That is when I go. I will not leave this PC if there's something to be done. I need that unnatural break. I need Blizzard to break the game for me. I'll just sit here constantly doing something.
That's perfect. That idea is absolutely flawless, and there's nothing that you can say. You can't have that as an excuse because you can just sit there. You'd already be there. In fact,
you guys know, right? Flying.
It makes fucking sense.
Hashtag gank a bitch.
Try 40.
Hashtag ganky a bitch.
Yeah, fly. Use the flight path when you cap. Go for like the School of Mage take you to place thingies, and then you unlock the School of Mages that will insta teleport you to the flight path that you've tagged. I see no problem with that. It cuts out the element of waiting for flights that have obviously made sense that are all like 12 minutes plus 10 minutes, whatever. It takes out that monotonous fucking wait. What if you have nothing to do? What if you don't need to eat? You don't need to piss. You sat there looking at your screen. You've got nothing to do.
Bottle. Just use a bottle. Just piss into a bottle. There is an idea I would like to see, actually. I wonder if I can bring this up. I think it's been released. Is this someone? Okay, so here's the Draenor world map.
Nagrand? Nagrand, please. Goreground. Tanaan Jungle. Shadow Moon Valley? We're going back to the Black Temple.
Do you not know what the Warlords of Draenor is?
No. It's an expansion, you dick.
You've just blown my mind like mega.
Why?
Nagrand? I've been there before. You don't know what Warlords of Draenor is, do you?
No. It's them orcs from different times. That's it.
Well,
I'm not an RP man myself.
This is a turn up for the books. Whoa! Whoa!
What?
How do you not? You've seen the video! You know everything we know! You watched the trailer, you took the piss out of the trailer, run!
Because it was based on fucking character models. I didn't give a shit about its content. I wanted to see what I'd be doing.
Mother of God!
Well, lay it on me. It's just, that's what it is, isn't it?
What?
The monumental orcs from different times.
Alright. I'm going to simplify it so as to not upset law people. Self-ghosted. Don't ban anybody.
No, I'm not banning anyone. I'm trying to get the main camera so you're not talking to me with a map in the background. Or do you need the map for reference?
I don't for this, no. Essentially, a bad guy has gone back in time to change history. Now, it's a cliche story, I know. And he's done it through...
The Black Portal.
The Dark Portal, that's racist. It was never black. It's dark, okay?
Offshoot, do you know they changed it to the Green Lantern Oath to Darkest Night and not Blackest Night because people complained? Cocks? It's a fucking old phrase.
What?
Carry on. The Green Lantern Oath says in Brightest Day.
The Green Lantern Oath. Yeah.
In Brightest Day and Blackest Night.
Yeah.
They changed it. I think it was in the film or the animated series in Brightest Day to in Darkest Night.
I think it's people insinuating that a night sky is not black. Is that the insinuation?
Mate, this is the world.
I don't
we live in.
understand.
I can. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, because you were saying like.
Yeah, I know.
racist.
It feels like this.
Do you know that kids in school don't sing "Bar Bar Black Sheep" anymore? It's "Bar Bar Pink Sheep" for that same reason.
Why? The black sheep of the family. That's not racist.
Apparently so, mate.
It's just a guy who.
Did you know that you can't say brainstorm in work anymore?
Yeah,
it's got to be a thought shower.
Thought shower.
Fucking thought shower. Grow a fucking nutsack.
Right. Okay.
We need to have let's thought shower. Go on.
So gone back in time to change history, so make him more powerful. We're going back in time through the dark portal to Draenor. And Draenor is what Outland used to be before all the bad shit went down. Are you clear?
So we're going back in time.
We're going back to Outland Draenor. And that, my friend,
Is that what the map looked like before it got all done goofed?
is Draenor. Yes!
High
Yes,
five.
it is! Yes!
So where-
So now it all makes sense, right? You're clear on
So
what we're doing.
Frost Ridge would be Blade's Edge.
No, Gargrand would be Blade's Edge.
Oh, it would be, wouldn't it? So that
This
unnamed
Frostfire
area,
Ridge, you remember, you can picture Outland in your mind, right? Thought shower with me. You can go to Outland. What is happening a lot in Outland in terms of random pieces of land?
floating around everywhere.
Correct. It's all shattered, the planet is destroyed, it's all in bits, right?
Yeah.
So this is what it used to be. So you can imagine things like Frostfire Ridge was broken away, blah, 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 blah. Does that kind of make sense? You can look at the map again now. Come back to me. So you can get it.
Okay.
Okay, so now you're clear. So
Tanan Jungle is the first zone that you're coming through the Black Portal, isn't it?
Hellfire Peninsula.
Hellfire
There's the
Peninsula.
Dark Portal there, you see it?
Yeah.
There's Black Temple. That is not in the map.
No, it's not.
in the map. And that's Shatrath, I guess. Or
Yes.
Alkendown. Well, that'll be Shatrath. Or what will be Shatrath at some point.
And then that'll be Arkham Down, yeah.
Yeah,
You're
so
right.
you're pretty clear on what's going on.
Yeah.
Why did we get onto this, by the way? I'm so bad.
Just 'cause I
Okay,
don't know
so
what it is.
no, this is my idea. If we're going to have places like you are going to at some point, no doubt, going to want go from Gorgrond to say the Spires of Iraq. I would really like to see Zeppelins and stuff, like big, fast moving ways of getting between there that can hold a lot of people. Kind of like a Zeppelin, but not with the zone skipping. And I'd actually like them to go side by side with the Alliance one as well, or something along those lines.
You know, it'd be good
Wouldn't it be good with cannons and shit?
if you're out of combat and the Zeppelins are quite frequent. You could grapple onto one of them.
A Zeppelin? How cool would that be?
Out of combat, though, obviously, or else if you did it in combat, you could use it as every fucking escape tool in the book. But if you're out of combat and the Zeppelins are constantly running, you could basically grapple up to them.
That would be
Like
amazing.
fucking Batman! I'm loaded with good ideas. Loaded with them.
But it's only based on my idea, though, which is the key to this. Is that you will visually be able to see large transports moving across the land that are much faster than flight paths, is what I'm saying. Because obviously the journey time between here and here, regardless of how efficient it is, even if it's a straight line, it's still crossing over 3 zones. I would just like to see large, they do have a time, it might take you a few minutes, but these big journeys, because I'm always thinking of, say, Howling Fjord to the opposite starter area across, because obviously Northrend was very wide, wasn't it? It wasn't a thin dick, it was a thick dick, it had girth.
It was like a drain pipe.
Yeah, it had girth. And that journey across was a nightmare. It was absolutely horrific if you had to go to, say, Crystal Song for a raid. I'm just trying to think, we used to do the journey a lot, which would be Naxxramas to Malagos. That kind of journey, if you remember where those places are.
Yeah.
We did that a lot in Wrath of the Lich King. That journey was a fucking nightmare. You just numlock and hope for the best. Those kind of things. I just like to see big transports involved, man. And if they could be visual, if they were just faster, didn't have to skip, but they were just much faster than a flight point. And if you could grapple them or land on them mid-time, well, you couldn't do that because there's no flying. But things like that, I think, would be fucking awesome. Really.
And
cool.
they put like vendors on it.
It's not OP because you would have to rely on the fact that wherever you are in the world, the Zeppi or whatever it is happens to be passing by, and you can get onto it. But also just have mid-air combat along the way. And yeah, it'd be annoying sometimes because maybe you just get knocked off, but you get a parachute or something. But you are possible to be able to knock people
even
off.
if you didn't have there's so much I know I'm just completely infanticide now. I'm spitballing.
Spitballing.
To take it out of the complete Batman idea of grappling up to it, which would be fucking well good, by the way. But if you did it in terms of once it's in range or something, like the thing that's going over the top, you can click it. And like, you know, like when your character transitions from one thing to another, like it sends a rope down, like it whistles or something.
So it
sends a rope down.
Yeah,
and
if you happen to be near the Zeppelin and you're like, oh cool, the Zeppy's coming by, and then you could grab onto it as you go.
Exactly.
That would be amazing,
exactly.
wouldn't it? And it's not difficult to do. We already have vehicles like that in the game.
I'm going to bottle this.
And people are saying the ganking that would go on. All I'm saying is, for fun, maybe. It doesn't have to be in the game. You can't be close enough so you could jump from one to the other. Right?
No.
But you can certainly fire cannons across that maybe have the ability to push you a little bit, but you can obviously avoid it if you want to, or you can hide below decks. Stuff like that. Just fun little elements that could go on there. Just as a note, it just sounds really cool. A train, we would like... they're adding a really cool train. Will it be deep run level? Because that is the coolest transport method in the game.
Under the water?
Yeah, the deep run tram.
That was so cool, man.
That was one of the points where I was addicted to WoW. Just doing it. I was
bomb.
like, this is fucking awesome. I actually went... actually brings me back to a memory of going into Stormwind and just finding the tram because I wanted to experience it. And it was fucking... It was mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Please, no racism, even from the mods.
It's the law, really?
Let's not do that. That would be poor. Poor choice of words. Yeah, that's... I'm mind-blown. There's so much they could do with that. Where's the train from and going? Donyato, the master of RP. Please. Please. Do we know where this train is going to be? That would be what I want to... Where is the train going to be? Probably... Shadow Moon to... Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, the Black Temple is the Alliance capital, by the way. As pointed out in the chat.
What?
Yeah.
I'm going Alliance, mate.
Well, it's a fully functioning... It's before, you know, the fall and all that kind of stuff. It's before all that kind of stuff.
So what's the Horde? Is the Horde, like, going to be out...
Where's the Horde? I don't know. BT Alliance capital. Do we know where the other one is? Dark Portal to Shat. Black Temple Alliance only. I don't still know what we're brainstorming. It was offensive to epileptics, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
Yeah, it was offensive to epileptics. That's what we're going.
It's
Iron Horde on
offensive to
Shat.
no.
So Shat is ours, as it stands. But maybe we're going Alliance. I know from a PvE perspective, this is one of the reasons I haven't really decided on a guild. Is it looks like the Alliance may be more powerful than the Horde, in which case the best raiding is going to maybe be done on Alliance, which I don't mind too much. I'm ready for an Alliance run. I really am ready for an Alliance run. I think that's going to be pretty cool. Are you ready for some Alliance? You love the Alliance, don't you? You prefer Alliance.
I do prefer the Alliance.
But no Blood Elves on Alliance, of course.
Well, let's put it this way. I love Blood Elves because it's the only race, apart from Pandas that I found out this weekend, that I like to play on the Horde. I can't stand the Horde, like, character models and stuff. I like the Alliance, man. I like it. But, yeah, Basically, if Stark and everyone said, right, we're going Alliance, which I know they wouldn't do because that is a shit ton of money to fucking waste, I'd be like, done. I would move my mains to Alliance. But no, I do prefer the Alliance, yeah.
Oh, it's Frostfire? Okay, that's pretty good. Once you go troll, you never re-roll? That's not true.
Nice!
I was a troll, and I re-rolled.
Once you go troll, you can't wait to
Honestly,
re-roll.
the troll was the first thing I paid to have changed.
Blood Elves ruined the Horde. Fuck you. Blood
I
Elves
tell you what
ruined
was funny though.
decent
I need
race.
to change my warrior. How many more topics have we got? Couple. Shit. I need to change my warrior's race because I can't stand Orc. I think it looks awful on warriors.
Okay.
I can't. I want to go Tauren for tanking, but DPSing as a Tauren looks really bad. So I'm kind of settling on undead. I think got to settle on the undeads. But I was on the character select screen and selected Blood Elf Warrior just so we could compare them, and it was the one with the really long flowing hair that comes down to his belly button across the front.
In that ponytail across his
It
chin.
was hilarious. You couldn't have made it any better to do that.
I was hoping that was
All
going to
the
go in a
suggestions gonna come
completely
down.
different way then.
What do you mean?
And I saw a Blood Elf Warrior and then I thought, do you know what? That looks alright.
Oh no, I never thought that. I never thought that.
Blood
at
Elf
all.
look awesome.
I never ever thought that at all. And Troll Warrior? No. There is just... I want to be a Tauren every day of the week. Every time I tank on my warrior, I feel bad not being a Tauren. I'm not prepared to get stuck indoors anymore.
I've never leveled a Druid, even though it's one of the classes that I, beyond style, wanted to play more than most classes. I won't say more than anything, more than most classes, purely because I fucking hate Trolls and Taurens.
They're bad.
I hate them.
They are. I don't like either of them. I mean, Tauren warriors, I think all armor, tank armor especially, with the shield, looks best on a Tauren. I think they look fantastic. I personally, the best screenshot I ever had and lost it. I used to have one where we were raiding Sunwell with the fire behind me in Sunwell. It's so sad that I remember that fucking sad little fucking thing, but I totally do. But yeah, I don't know. Tauren, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go undead because I'll have to DPS for guides or even whatever, and I'll just detest it if it's Tauren because it just looks so stupid. Or I showed my warrior's packs. He has 160 Noggin Fogger in there. I cannot stand looking at him. Right, it's been an hour. It's been an hour, and we've still got 2 or 3 things to talk about and take questions. So let's take a quick break now. We'll come and finish off on the WoW stuff, which has been pretty much all night. So, and then we'll take all your questions and chit chat. All right, guys. Yeah, we'll get through this. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Go and get a drink. Go and get whatever, and we'll be right back. Peace. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. Hope you're having a good time. Fucking hell. We've covered so much. How are you feeling about Warlords now? Now you're back. After you've seen some of the changes, is there anything? The only other thing I wanted to bring up, and we do need to talk about this, right? Because we had some fucking weird feedback about it. So I want to see yours as well. There's the active mana regen.
Okay. I've not looked up on any sort of endgame mechanics or anything like that because I'm not there.
So let me hit you with some knowledge while the guys. We obviously have a Twitch delay, which sucks. So the idea was in WoD's Renewal they're going to fix healers. Mana was not going to be cared about. Mana was going to be cared about, I should say. You will go was the idea. You had to manage your spells properly. Then the alpha notes a couple of weeks ago revealed that new spells have been put in the game, like Innovate, no cooldown. You just couldn't cast a healing spell. It was regenerating your mana. Holy Pallies could use their holy power to actually just regen mana. It basically gave everybody infinite mana as long as they didn't have to heal anybody for a certain amount of time. They could lightning bolt endlessly and just get mana back. Official, it is happening. Is this just... It feels like they... Is it a betrayal?
No.
Is it a backtrack?
For me, it sounds like that you are no longer tied to bring in certain classes for that utility. You have to manage it yourself, and I think that's good because I mean, look at some classes do more work than others. That's just a given. That's
about how you play style, whichever you prefer.
Exactly. Now you've just got to manage that yourself, and I think that's good.
My concern is an organised guild is never going to have mana issues because it reminded me of something you'll be fully aware of, the 5-second rule from Vanilla, where we would just cycle healers. You were a part of that process. If you generally heal yourself till you went and then you would take AFK, go into the 5-second rule where you were essentially just AFK because you couldn't DPS. Regen all your mana while somebody else healed, and then you would just rotate. Organised guilds, how are they going to ever have mana issues with this system?
That's good though. That's good.
I mean, being room is boring. Let's face facts. Being room is no fun. Yeah. Is mana now just something that maybe we should look at a different resource and consider other options?
No, I think mana's it's always got to be there. But I like what they've done with the mechanic in terms of you're not relying on someone else for your mana. You're in charge of your own mana.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Now it's
mana tide is staying,
and what's the point of it?
Do what it always does. It's a unique feature of the Shaman class.
Okay.
Do you say Shaman or Shaman? I always get bothered because most of my audience is US. Right. And I believe Shaman is the term that US mostly uses. I do kind of cater to them, but mostly in the UK we say Shaman. Maybe you guys can help me on that, I suppose. But this feels like it does feel like a backtrack because the whole idea, everything from BlizzCon last year was that healers were going to care about mana and have to make decisions based on that. We had a talk before Mr. Pandaria. I went back and rewatched that video with Bubzar and Apco about their progression. And actually going was part of the progression model for healers. Is how do you manage your spells and mana throughout fight in order to ensure that you have mana by the end of the fight. And that was a cool part of their learning process. Same as tanks work with defensive cooldowns and DPS works with when to blow their cooldowns. I don't know, I've got mixed feelings on it. Because again, everything I came back to on this thought was, yeah, but being room sucks. And if you don't have something that gives you mana back, like now you can go in, but you can kind of go, yeah, I've got Innovate in about 30 seconds, or I've got Divine Plea in a few seconds, or whatever it might be, to get some mana back and get myself back in the game. If I just had to rely on my base regen, it kind of sucks. It's kind of not fun. Or is this just noob protection? They just don't think healers are going to be able to cope with it, or is it just not going to be fun? Is the
maybe
end of the story.
Well, you got to look at what else it could be. Maybe in terms of you were going to have to do more work now.
Well, they're saying
you're going to have to heal stronger. You're going to have to be dependent on your own mana most of the time. Maybe the changes that they're making to all this is the fact that it's going to be potentially more intensive.
There's a question in the chat there I think is worth bringing up by Missophiliac. Bridge, why do we have to have mana issues? You play properly, you shouldn't have mana issues. Correct, you shouldn't have mana issues, but that's part of your progression. What the endgame healers say quite regularly is when a new fight comes out and you're first there, remember this is before boss mods and all that kind of stuff is developed, is you generally spam and spam and spam until you go and then the next time round you figure out, well, I can actually take a bit of a break, I can use lesser expensive heals at this point, and that is your progression, that's what I'm talking about. This system has a number of possible flaws for me. One is that they said they don't like the system they have now, which is healers have pretty much infinite mana right now. If played to a decent level, they don't run out of mana and can spam and spam and spam. So what they had to do to counter that is making counters that just constantly fire out lots and lots of damage, because healers would be bored otherwise, because they have the ability to spam, or they're just going to be DPSing or replaced, even worse. Why bring healers if there's not enough damage? So they just kept doing more and more damage. If you're giving healers the option to regen mana on an almost indefinite basis, which is what they're doing, what stops us going back to that model, which we've been told for months now, is a bad model? They've been saying that's not the way they want to design encounters, but they have to now, right? You have to play on the fact that if you don't do it like that, then you're never going to have healer issues. And if healers never have issues to deal with, where's the fun? Having problems to overcome is part of the fun of the game.
No, I agree. I see what you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a very, very weird idea. It seems like they want healers to be super efficient. They want there to be zero overheals as much as possible. Well, they say that, but by giving us this mana regen, why do you have to be efficient? A good team of healers will always be able to buy a guy enough time to regen a lot of his mana. A lot of his mana. And now they give us the system where, in fact, you'll be able to DPS during this. As long as you don't heal, like with Innovate, as long as you don't cast a heal, you'll regen a lot of mana. So you can spam Wrath or whatever on a Druid. And with Shaman, you're just casting Lightning Bolt to regenerate your mana. So there will always be this time. And I find it really odd. And it feels a little bit like a backtrack, but I kind of don't mind it in a weird way. It's like, I don't think you're going to be able to solve this problem that you've got.
You got to look at it in terms of, you've got to go into it to see why they made this change.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know the reasons. We've not played the alpha, obviously. But I kind of see the point that maybe just making healers go is... It's not fun. It's not that fun. But what challenge is left for a healer if you're in a decent team? I don't know. Healing's in a weird place.
Well, that's it. That's what I mean. There's got to be a reason.
I think healing's horrible right now. I really do. Especially Miss Pandaria. Healing is awful.
I'm going to actually try healing next week on my monk.
You're going to find yourself enjoying how you're playing it and really disliking the results. Especially if you're trying to do it in maybe Flexi or LFR where there's not enough going on. But Mistweaver Monk is my favourite healing class. Probably next to the Druid. I would rate them side by side. Either or is really, really fun. I'm playing a Mistweaver. Technically, Rushing Jade Wind is better, but I would really recommend use Chi Torpedo because it's well fun. It's so much more fun. But what you'll find is you're able to do a lot, but you're also going to have really odd results. You either have a lot of healing, depending on how bad the people are you're with, or you'll have absolutely no healing and be king of overhealing by literally millions of healing.
Nice.
Millions and millions, because you're going to generate so many resources that you just don't have anything to use them on.
Really?
Yeah, you only have really two ways of spending chi, which is either an AoE heal or a single target heal. Single target heal, not the best. The AoE heal just isn't always needed. And often, it's based on... Have you used Renewing Mist? Have you ever healed on a monk before?
No.
Okay, so you have this ability of Renewing Mist. It's just a hot... but it jumps to 3 people total, and your uplift, which is your AoE heal, will only heal people who have Renewing Mist on them at the time.
Oh, okay.
So what you'll find is your Renewing Mist off cooldown, nobody needs a heal, but you need to keep the Renewing Mist ticking and jumping around. Then the AoE damage happens, and it's not on the people who have Renewing Mist, so your uplift is actually not healing the right people. You don't have control over where that uplift goes, which then creates a lot of problems. So it's weird. It's weird. It's an interesting one. The active healing thing is bizarre. It's bizarre. It doesn't make sense. It feels like a backtrack because they've been so stern up until this point and been adamant that they're going to make these changes. And then this feels like, you know what? It's okay. We'll give you some way of fixing this problem if you needs be. But good players and even average players are going to find the time to regen sufficiently. Or even say on saying on Vent, it's like, I need 30 seconds to regen. and you're going to have a shitload of mana back to just carry on doing the fight. And the other healers can cover, and then they'll take a break, and 5-second rule returns. And the 5-second rule was not fun. It was okay, but it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
You know, just especially because we had to go AFK during that time. Essentially, you just couldn't cast the spell to get inside that 5-second rule. I don't know. What do the healers think? I mean, how many healers have quit? Is what I want to say. How many healers have actually given up, given the way Mr. Pandaria healing works? Because I think a lot of them, really, have moved on.
Really?
Yeah, I know the two, like I say, Apco and Lubzar. I mean, Apco will heal till the end of time, so he's kind of cool with it. But I know the healers right now just detest the style of play that goes on in a raid, especially if there's a discipline priest there, which is getting fixed, hopefully. I'm a healer myself. At the moment, it is bad. So if you just spam and heal and change means I have to think when I can stop and regen. I think people are going to think that's the case. I think people believe, and like you said there, is that I'll have to decide when I'm going to do that. I don't think it's going to work out that way, because it didn't in the past when we had to do this. It was just a rotation, essentially. It was this flat rotation. It was just like, okay, it's now your turn to regen. It wasn't really an individual thought process, because you can't do that as a healer. Somebody has to be healing. There's no way you can say, right, I'm not healing now. Sometimes you can do that, but in general, not really.
Yeah.
You have to have another guy sorting their life out, I suppose. I gave up healing because I think we should have to control our mana. I don't think this is the solution to that. I really don't think that's the solution to that. I don't think so.
Because I think we should have to control our mana. That's what
this
change
wants.
is doing in WoD, though, isn't it?
No, it's not. It used to be, when they took away the regen stuff, that was about controlling your mana, because if you didn't control your mana, you would yourself and become useless. So you had to be very controlling of your mana.
Right.
If they give you a way of really regenning mana, I don't think you have to worry about it too much, because again, you'll find this time to regen. There are even certain fights, you haven't done them yet, so hopefully we can maybe talk about this next time, is like Lei Shen, there's a big transition phase, there's a movement phase where you're moving around and stuff. There's plenty of time, especially with this model, to actually regen a lot of mana and then not worry about it too much. So I think that's pretty crazy. Yeah, we don't know how the fight's going to work in WoD, but we can make assumptions like there will be raid damage. We can make assumptions like there will be tank damage, right? I mean, healing's healing at the end of the day. Healing requires damage. There will be some kind of damage. And if, let's just say, 2 models, constant damage, when you just can't regen, or there's intermittent damage, where there's lots of regen, pretty much. So it's a very weird system. Very weird system. I'm baffled. I'm fucking baffled by the whole thing. I don't know what to say. I'm really confused.
I'm just going to be...
I've gone off healing
strangely
so much.
optimistic and say there must be a reason.
Yeah, sage wisdom is there must be a reason.
Causality.
Sage advice.
Wait, causality.
Causality. Right. Before we get on to the Q&A, BlizzCon. We're going. We're going. We're going. Is anybody else? We've got a hotel.
We do have a
We have a hotel. We are going. Me and him and going. Now I have to ask for your help, because I have a dream and I would love you guys to help it.
So's Martin Luther.
We had to wait till Emma went to bed because we don't want to tell her in case it doesn't happen. I would like to take Emma and I'd like to take Suzanne, Ava and Max to Disney World. We need your help with that, because it's going to cost us several £1,000s.
It's going to cost me several £1,000s when we get there.
Yeah, it is. We need your help with that if possible. And I don't like asking, but it's a dream that we've always wanted to do.
I have a dream.
I could get me and Andy there. And we're going. We're going to meet you guys. We're going to fucking be there. Take you with you.
I will donate if you promise a lovely double cream ball koozie.
What are they going to show at BlizzCon?
What?
What are they going to show at BlizzCon? I don't know. What?
That's what it'll be.
Does that mean the WoD beta is not going to be out until BlizzCon? Probably.
Yeah.
Probably that long waiting. I don't know. The new StarCraft expansion?
No, it'll be WoD.
Just WoD? I mean, they can't base the whole BlizzCon. I mean, we're paying...
Is Heroes of the Storm going to be out before then? When is it out?
I don't know. I don't think they've even announced when it's going to be out. It's still in alpha as far as I know. So Heroes of the Storm, the new StarCraft, the new WoD, but nothing new, maybe. Probably not.
No,
There can't be a new Diablo expansion, right? They might have a surprise game. I mean, Hearthstone was announced at BlizzCon. It was a surprise game. No one had ever heard of Hearthstone before that point. And it just came to exist. It came to exist.
I got 2 legendaries today.
2 legendaries in Hearthstone.
Today.
You got useless ones.
Are you fucking kidding me? One of them's useless. Illidan, but it's Illidan, so I put it in every deck because he's my
The
favourite
WoW
character.
movie.
Ooh.
The WoW movie finishes shooting in 2 weeks.
There was a I saw there was
Yeah,
a
they
tweet.
tweet their finished film.
Their
I didn't
finished
think we were
filming.
anywhere near that.
They've kept that so
How the
close
fuck
to
did
the
they
chest,
keep that
man,
so
haven't they?
quiet?
So close. Absolutely nothing anywhere. Absolutely nothing.
How the hell did they keep that so quiet? I don't even think we've got a solid cast, have we not? It's the IMDb.
Isn't a thingy in it? What's he called? Magneto.
Ian McKellen,
The other Magneto.
the better one.
How dare you!
Oh, we have got a full cast. Toby Kebbell's in it. I fucking love that guy. I hope
I
he's
don't
got a
know
good
who
role.
fucking any of these people.
You must know who Toby Kebbell is. You saw Rock and Roller.
He's in it!
Yeah, man.
He's up. I need to watch Rock and Roller again.
You know what you need to watch, and I really recommend that everybody watches this Toby Kebbell film,
Dead Man's Shoes.
Dead Man's Shoes.
I've seen that.
Oh my
I
God.
saw it with you.
That movie fucking had me in tears.
So good that film,
fucking,
man.
I mean, not many films. I love movies, but not a lot of them bring me to tears. But this film here, Dead Man's Shoes, you should watch that.
Quality
7.8. I mean, that's amazing for an indie film. It is an indie film. And can you believe it's him? Most of you recognise this guy from Hot Fuzz.
One of the
I know.
others. You've got a mustache. I know.
He's a comedian, but he's not a comedian in that film.
No.
No, he is
He's
not.
a fucking badass.
He's-
There's a scene in that film where he's sat in a pub and like a drug dealer walks in or something, and he's ex-military.
Yep.
And he's just sat there minding his business, and he's looking at this drug dealer like just passing around a couple of pills to people, well, selling pills in a
He's
pub.
good as well.
And the drug dealer comes up to him. He goes, "What are you looking at?" And he doesn't answer him. He says, "I says, what are you looking at?" And he just goes, You fucking cunt," like that. And this guy just bricks it.
Yeah,
and
it's
backs
an
up.
amazing fucking movie. I
Really
think you
good.
can find it pretty much anywhere. Dead Man's Shoes, so fucking good. It is incredible. But yeah, we've got a full Warcraft cast. That's what I was bringing up there. Ben Foster, 3 Tenths of Humour, very very cool. I've not watched Lone Survivor. I think it's an American hero movie.
He's in The Punisher.
Is he?
Isn't he the guy in The Punisher, the goth with all the shit in his mouth?
Pandorum. You didn't like Pandorum. I thought that was pretty cool.
Punisher, go back down. Down.
3 Tenths of Humour. X-Men. Oh, he was Angel in X-Men. Oh, he is Angel in X-Men.
Angel in X-Men.
That was a shit role.
Down. Wait.
Phone booth.
No, it was
Oh, he's
Punisher.
uncredited. Yeah, the Punisher. Spacker Dave. Why did you do that to me? Why did you do that to me? Why did you make me find a character called Spacker Dave?
Click him. He's got a load of shit in his mouth.
Oh, it doesn't show it.
Oh.
Thank God. Spacker Dave? Travis Fimmel?
Oh, Dominic Cooper, I know him. Go back. Fuck him.
One sec.
No one
I
likes
don't know
him.
that guy.
Dominic Cooper. Is that The Wire? No, he's not. That's Stark.
It's Howard Stark!
Yeah.
No way!
Howard
Stark is in the Warcraft movie. It is Howard Stark. Uncredited. Boom. That's a game changer. I mean, the cast for Warcraft is looking pretty fucking good, dude. Paula Patton. Everybody knows her. Oh, God, it's her from... Oh, she's terrible.
Who is it?
It's her from Mission Impossible.
Don't know who that is.
Clancy's in it. I love that guy.
I don't know who he is.
Medic!
No
Are
way,
you
that's
fucking kidding me? You
I
don't know who that guy is?
Compare the medic character that he played to that.
How can... Highlander?
Never seen Highlander.
You should. It's good. It's terrible. It's 1986, so get your Running Man face on. But it's yeah, Clancy's in it, and no way is that guy called Clancy because he's such a badass. By the way, we'll check one more. Robert Kaczynski.
EastEnders. Are you having
Oh,
a
he's the guy.
giraffe?
Oh, it's in for Pacific Rim who plays the Australian
Who was in the
snobby pilot, the one who had the good mech or whatever.
That was the best.
The good
What
one's
was
the
it
best
called?
one. The good one's the best one. Clancy is a boss. Spacker Dave hype. No way, man.
What was that
Clancy.
mech called?
It's not. I only remember
not
Gypsy
Gypsy
Danger.
Danger.
Yeah.
Gypsy Danger's analog.
That a name though. Chuck Hansen.
Nice.
Chuck Hansen. So the Warcraft movie, they kept it so fucking secret. I can't believe they've done that, but that is absolutely amazeballs. But they finished filming.
Yeah, man.
Pretty much.
You see the picture of the Star Wars cast?
Yeah, I didn't recognise anybody. Besides the obvious old ones, but you were going to call me out on that one. You I could see it in your fucking eyes. You were going to go, you didn't recognise Harrison Ford and Matt Hamill. But yeah, it's a whole new cast for Star Wars. I don't know. I don't give a shit about Star Wars, to be honest. I don't, even JJ might not be able
Striker
to see it.
Eureka.
Striker Eureka. Fucking, he is in EastEnders as well. I remember him actually. Emma watches EastEnders.
Ah, you geek.
I don't watch EastEnders, but Emma watches EastEnders.
Ah, geek.
Geek. BlizzCon might reveal it. We're bound to get the trailer, I would say. We're going to be there for the live trailer. Dude, I'm so excited. I'm buzzing for BlizzCon.
I want a fucking steak. Is why I'm going.
We're not going to film it. We'll take a camera, obviously, but we're not going to do a games just to meet you guys.
For selfies.
It's the best place to meet people because most people are going to BlizzCon if they can get there.
Selfies.
Just selfie after selfie after selfie.
Yeah, let me take a selfie.
So, like I said, I can totally afford to get me and Andy there. That's fine. That's no problem at all. But we would like to take the girls and the kids because they deserve it. It's been 2 years of getting here, and if you can help us, that would be amazing. We've got to raise several £1,000s. I'm going to be working on it myself, obviously, but be under no illusion. Me and Andy are going. I'm paying for it. It's going to be kick-ass, dude. We're going to go to the US. Finally get to meet the fucking American team. Maybe even some Team Canada. Maybe some fucking Team Canada. Maybe Team Canada. American, right, let's do the question. Let's do some Q&A. Let's do some Q&A because we've been going for ages tonight. We talked nothing about fucking World of Warcraft. Any good TV shows while guys get the questions in?
Arrow's always good. That's it.
I started watching Star Trek Enterprise. I'm a Trekkie, but did not enjoy Star Trek Enterprise. Totally regret that I didn't follow it, as I imagine a lot of people didn't because it got cancelled. It's really good what they did with that. I don't think people liked it. They're thuggish. It's exactly what you would expect from humans. It's do you know what Star Trek Enterprise is?
No. I know it's the guy from Quantum Leap.
It is the Bakula.
The Bakula.
It's the one, the only Bakula. You know who else they've got in it? The guy who plays Hal. In one he's in one episode, and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome."
That's nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. But you watch it.
That's something we can't gloss over. 24 next week, mate.
Okay. My lack of care just hit the rock bottom.
You are fucking scum.
Will there be any Transmog shows anytime soon? I was hoping Miss was ending soon. Should we have a one-off show? Should we do it?
What?
A one-off Transmog show. Month from now.
Why don't we just do it like once a month or something?
I don't want to get back on a regular schedule because you know how people get about the Transmog show. Should we set one up for a month from now? We haven't done one in ages. We can give away a prize, can't we?
No. If you've got prizes, that means it's something that I can have.
A month from now, we'll have a Transmog show. How's that? A month from now, we'll have a Transmog show.
And you can get your loot tonight because I'm going to Transmog after
Remind me to make a thread on the Preach Gaming website. So, as usual, the rules, for those of you who don't know, got a couple of thousand people here. Transmog show, we'll give away a prize. We'll give you a game or something like that, or something from WoW. If you want a mount or whatever, I'll sort you out. I think we've still got plenty of collector's editions. What did you get with the Mop collector's edition? What was the prize?
Mop? Do you mean WoD?
WoD. No, Mop. You haven't got WoD yet, I don't think.
I've got WoD.
Oh, you bought WoD?
Yeah.
What did you get with the Mop one? Did you get Mop?
I got that mount that's like that flying.
Is it shit?
Shit dog face.
Well, you've got a Sky Golem.
No,
me too.
I've got a Sky Golem, mate.
I got a mount.
And when we're going to the ground in WoD, what are you going to be rocking?
Sky Golem. Or Swift Spectral Tiger. Remind me to make a thread. Yeah, we'll do a Transmog show. I'll need to make another video.
How is it? Quillen mount. It's got a face like a slapped ass.
Okay, well, whatever you want, I'll sort you out. I had a list of prizes, I think. I should check this, really.
That is the weirdest search I've ever seen.
Don't you worry about it. It might have actually not been in this email anymore. No, I know I had a lot of codes. I think I had some TBC collector's editions, which have still got mounts and pets associated with. I think I got some BlizzCon stuff. I'll sort you out. I'll sort you out. Oh, Vanish has already made the thread. Oh, the rules for the Transmog competition are simple. It must be your character select screen. Please no full tier sets. And our rule was how many pieces come?
3.
If you have any more than 3 pieces of a tier, you're going to be disqualified. It's about your own creation, not what Blizzard has created. It's as simple as that. I don't think there's any other rules in that, right?
I'm not going to be as good at judging because I'm out of the fucking loop.
Well, we know what's cool.
So we
know
the
chat will back
cool,
up
and the chat will say if it's.
Yeah, the chat will tell us if it's tier sets. I think we'll be fine on that. We are harsh. If we don't like it, we don't like it, even if you like it. So
don't be offended.
Just don't be. That's why we had to cancel the Transmog show in the first place, is because people got really upset at our comments.
And we're not going to lie to you and say it's good when it looks like shit.
Oh, you can have a bulwark if you can make it work. Legacy video will be very, very soon. I'm sorry. You know it's a hard video for it to make. I even took a break from it for about a week. It's because I want to be happy. Godzilla is sick as fuck as well. Godzilla looks so good.
The new Turtles trailer.
Did you... yeah, the new Turtles trailer. I talked about that. I think we talked about that last web show.
Second one.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. I haven't seen it, so I'll check it later. But did you see the Godzilla trailer for the Asian market?
No. I'm not following it that much. I'm not with the hype for Godzilla, I've got to admit.
I'm not choosing a class for WoD until beta, and if you're thinking of changing, I wouldn't choose a class for WoD until then either, to be honest. Because you don't know how they're going to play out, and I just want you to be aware of that. And oh my god, we got so many donations. Are you kidding me? Thank you.
Batcave. Oh, people do like you, mate.
Honestly, it's a dream. I've always wanted to take the guys there. Those girls deserve it because they're looking after babies.
They put
and
up with
stuff
some
now.
shit, man.
They did. And next year is super busy. Thank you guys. That's the only reason we're asking is next year it's offices. Might need to talk about hiring somebody.
Do you know what? If Suzanne goes, she can totally carry the bags.
Well, they're not going to BlizzCon.
No. I mean, like, if
the girls don't know, so that's why we had to wait for them to go to bed. The girls, I don't want to tell these girls that they're going to America when they're not. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Yes, okay. I'll be doing old raids. One of them's definitely Black Temple because I want the glaives on my monk. I'm not chasing the dream like I did on my rogue.
You're going to do a Transmog stream?
I'm going to do it after the web show, mate.
Are you Transmogging tonight?
I've got my fucking monk to 90, mate. It needs to look swagger muffin.
So Transmog run after this?
Yes, mate.
Transmog run after this.
Get your tits out.
I was confused. Oh, Archage! No, not at all. I don't get what the hype is. This game's old as fuck.
I watched the other day with Towley.
Yes!
Looks fucking...
When did that game come out? It was like 2008, right?
2013, wasn't it?
Oh, 2013. No, it just looks like any other typical... Where's the hype come from? I feel like an idiot when these things come up. I don't know. Where's the hype come from about Archage or Archage? Did you decide what we're calling it? Archage?
Archage.
MMORPG. It's Korean RPG. Korean MMO. What's the hype? A sand park MMO. It's a hybrid of the open content style of a sandbox game and a more structured play of a theme park game. Initial development began in 2006. It's expected to release. It came out in 2013, 2014 in America. It was out in 2012 in Korea. Launched officially in January 2013 in Korea. What's the hype? It just looks like any other Asian MMO, which is a lot. You can build shit. So it's like Minecraft the MMO? Oh, is that the hype? Yeah, I don't like Minecraft that much. Unfortunately. Minecraft is great until your stuff gets erased and then I just can't be asked. I have no interest in it at all. Crafting's housing. The housing system. Oh, it's got housing in it. I get it. Okay. I know why you guys like it. No, it just looks like shit to me. I'm sorry. It does.
Well, it's got. Do you really go back again?
It was playing exactly the same. It's got the same problems.
Read politics.
Politics. Archage, or Archage, whichever you want, contains a judicial system with player-run courts. Players can choose to answer jury summons and judge players who have committed crimes of theft or murder. There are a minimum and maximum sentences that are determined by vote amongst the jurors. The system is a fundamental game mechanic and not built to combat intentional griefing by players. Criminal players are imprisoned and can pay off their debt by working in the prison or trying to escape through digging their way out. Players are able to escape from the prison. However, they are unable to use any abilities for the duration of their sentence. The development team has stated that they may introduce a bribery system that would enable the accused player to bribe jurors.
I would be the fucking hammer if I was on that court. Anyone gets put in front of me.
That sounds very cool, but I don't want to log in and be in prison.
Why would you want to? You can't play that character while he's in prison.
I just re-roll.
I like it. I just re-roll the character until he served his sentence. But
I'm not sure how the system works, but I imagine if you have any sort of E fame at any level, you would be a rampant target for that. A rampant target. But it was actually none of that. None of that's what put me off it. It was again the same style of any other MMO I've seen ever made. It was just pulling mobs out, killing them. Same hotkey type stuff. I'm just, as I've said a million times, we've talked about this, I'm waiting for something new. As soon as it comes down to killing 10 mobs and doing that same thing, I'm out, dude, at the minute. I've no interest. That's so retarded. So retarded. Wait Warrior 2. Get hype, is all I'm going to say. Get hype. I haven't shown you the script yet, have you? Have you seen any lines?
No.
Okay. Okay.
You keep me in the dark.
Well, I need to keep you in the dark because I need your reaction.
Well, you can't get a reaction from in the dark, can you?
I'm so excited to film it, but yeah, don't worry. Coming. Totally coming. And it's going to be worth. It's going to be worth. Sounds like shit. As Blizzcon coming November 7th, do you think when we will see WoD? December? No. I don't think we're going to see beta until BlizzCon, if I'm being totally honest. I don't think so. I think anybody expecting beta before then is hoping for the best. I'm not saying that I haven't had any confirmation, and if I did, I probably couldn't tell you anyway, but honestly, my personal opinion is I don't think we'll see WoD beta until after BlizzCon. I think anybody who goes to BlizzCon is probably going to get a guaranteed beta code. They usually give that away.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm just not that bothered. I think it's going to be that long away. It's just simply Blizzard coming out and saying we didn't want you to know about this. Right? We didn't want you to know about this. Then, yeah, they don't want this information out there. They didn't want this information. 21st December. I don't know. I'm putting my. I always hope for the best, expect the worst. The worst I can expect is beta after WoD. Is what I would expect. But if we get it earlier, thumbs up. I'm not saying any guarantees, but that's what I'm supposed
On another serious note, someone's asked, Ghost, I need a ball koozie. Where's the best place to get one? And I answer, if you haven't got an additional party handy to deliver said ball koozie, get one of those novelty curly straws, sit back in a bowl of double cream, my friend, and enjoy the gloss.
Wow.
Carry on.
Wow.
It was asked and I answered, if I'm nothing but a man of the people, you want a decent ball koozie, I'm your man.
I don't underestimate that. I don't realise how long the current rating tier has been out. I know. I've been through this before, man. I mean, so have you. I mean, Black Temple we went through a long time of doing that content. A fucking long time of doing that content, so... Can't have Siege Rockman for 15 months. I don't know, dude. I just don't know. I don't know. Just the way they're talking. The way they're talking just makes me think it's a long way away. But it could be next week. We don't know. We just simply don't know. I'll let you know when I'm playing it, is all I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say. Okay. No RP topic? Not today. I don't think so. Pretty good. Virtual ticket? No idea. But if you do get a virtual ticket, don't buy frozen pizzas. Did you listen to yesterday's Drama Time? No. It's a pretty sad story, isn't it? It's really sad.
What happened?
You should watch it. It's funny.
Tell me.
I have a problem, right? When somebody gives me a really sad drama story, because it happened in the past and they get over it, I find them really funny at the time. But this guy was a bit of a bitch for a couple of friends. You know, like somebody who tagged on because he thought they all play WoW, so we'll all play together, best of his mates, but wasn't. And he like bought a BlizzCon ticket and bought some frozen pizzas, and they ditched him at the last minute. And he said he sat on his couch with his frozen pizzas and his virtual ticket with a tear in his eye. And I just thought it was hysterical. This picture is there. It worked out well for me in the end, though.
That's fucking hilarious.
Isn't it? Are we horrible people?
No.
People got really upset with me. They were like, that's not funny. I'm like, it's pretty funny.
No, what? That's funny. You know why? Because it's a virtual ticket. Granted, it's like
he was out of the whole $60.
Yeah. You're like, oh, but lol. Whereas if it was a real ticket and he stood there at the door with a pizza, that's tragic.
And everybody was like, it's fine. It's fine because you got to eat all the pizza. But who buys a frozen pizza for a LAN party?
Who buys a frozen pizza?
I know, right? What year is it? Frozen pizza? You get to have stacks of pizzas with just cheese on them. They were just dough. They were just dough. I'm not mocking. I used to live off them, man. Back when I was a kid, I used to get like £1 for 8 pizzas. Yeah. Something like that. So good. We ever play an Argent Dawn? I don't think I can beat Don Yato. He's the master of the Argent Dawn. Regarding the legacy videos, I'm on honeymoon. It's kind of why we asked for your help for BlizzCon. I've got a wedding in 3 weeks. I get married in 3 weeks. In fact, there's only one more web show before I get married. Jesus Christ. Have you done your best man speech?
Me and Wig are working on it. He's coming on again tomorrow.
Why do you do it like I did?
Because we like to live by the book, the rules of life. We don't wing it.
I did my best man speech on the day. Like a gang. And it was awesome, wasn't it? I even get a cheap pop.
A cheap pop? There were several. I took for the catering staff.
I did. I was like, I got on the mic for my best man speech. I was like, and everybody say a big thank you to all this staff around here. If you're going to give me a microphone, I'm going to make a show out of it. You shouldn't give me a microphone, man. Wait till you hear my groom speech. Boom.
Wait till you hear my
Boom.
own wigs, mate.
Yours is going to be cheesy. Just don't offend them or whatever you do. Don't do that. That would
Okay,
really
there might be some rewrites.
Yeah, don't offend. Just don't offend everyone on a wedding day.
We haven't. We've.
I didn't offend Zoe.
There's a format, mate. There's a format. You get the formalities and the niceties out of the way, then you just go for the fucking.
Yeah,
throat.
go for me all you want. Just don't go for him. How hard do you think it will get to BlizzCon tickets? As hard as your refresh button? I don't know, man. Luckily, we have some friends at Blizz, so we should be okay. We should be okay. Sometimes it might be weird as the amount of criticism I've done over Blizzard.
I'd like to.
But we still have friends there.
I'd like to answer the question. Azeroth Choppers, who's going to win? Nobody. Everyone who watches that program has already fucking lost.
Not into the Azeroth Choppers, unfortunately. No.
Sack of shit.
What else? Are you watching Vikings? Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
No. I don't watch a lot of TV. I generally watch a lot of Netflix while I'm
You
working.
need to get back up to date with the goddamn Brooklyn Nine-Nine because
Yeah,
it gets funnier every week.
I wish it was available on some sort of stream that isn't illegal. That would be happy for me. I don't like illegal streaming. I don't like it.
Don't worry. What are your thoughts on illegal downloads, but not you getting them?
Anyone can do whatever they want to do. I'm just saying I ain't doing it.
Right. Okay. We'll watch it next week when I
exactly.
speak to a friend.
If someone happens to bring
mine.
over a number of episodes, then that's fine. You could have got it from You could have got it from anywhere.
I would have got
an
it
illegal
from my
source.
Skybox at home.
I'm playing Goody Two Shoes. I play. Well, actually, no. I kind of stopped playing Hearthstone.
I love Hearthstone.
Yeah, I've my honeymoon period's over with
3
Hearthstone.
legendaries this week. I'm well into it, mate.
4OD. Is it on 4OD? I'll have to check. But thank you for that. Thank you for that for letting me know. Game of Thrones is so good. No spoilers, obviously. Drama Time foursome. Yeah, there was a foursome in the Drama Time.
Give over.
No, it was.
This week.
Yeah. I did it all, mate. Drama Time just has everything you need. Everything you need.
I'm going to book another Friday off soon. Oh, I might play hooky.
Nups just said Craig. Is Craig? Craig. Is Varese? I would like to see Varese. I can see Halloween's here. What a fucking ledge, man. Halloween.
Nice ball sack, bro.
Dark Souls 2? No, I haven't finished Dark Souls 1 yet. I can play it whenever I can. You know what? I can't stop playing WoW at the moment. For real. I'm that hype. I feel like a bit of an idiot sometimes, but I just can't stop playing it. I finish on one character and I'm like, alright, I've got enough footage and stuff and I'm ready to move on to my next thing. And then I'm like, you know what, I'm going to play my mage for a bit. But I'm playing every class. I'm just in this mode where I know I'm going to be heavy into WoD, so I'm like preparing everything. I'm kind of getting the legendary cloak on every character at the moment, which is
I'm still
nightmarish as you can imagine.
I'm at that
Oh, Craig's Halloween. Craig.
Where I don't know if I'm going to get the legendary cloak or not. I might just
Oh,
invest
just do it. It's 10 minutes of your day. A week.
Okay. I was going to say, 'cause I might just invest the time in just leveling my characters. Okay.
The only problem you might have is you don't like the look of it. That's probably might be a big issue. At least get a Meta Gem though.
I can
They're
fucking
worthwhile.
hide it, can't I?
Meta Gem is
When
a
you
thing.
hide the legendary cloak, does it hide the proc?
Yes.
Thank you. Right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So you can go cloakless for Michael Chiklis. Where did you get that Garrosh background? The Google machine.
One search for Garrosh.
Yeah, one search for Gromash actually. One search for Gromash is what brought that up. Get a challenge mode armor. Should I do that?
I'm doing challenge mode soon.
Yeah. I haven't been asked.
But I need to cap my paladin first. That's priority one. Priority one. You know what annoys me is
I could stream it. I haven't streamed for ages.
you should do.
If we're asking for
That'd
donations,
be a
I
good
think I
thing.
should stream.
That'd be a good thing.
Maybe I should find time. I can't find time. I'm getting married. I'm gonna be away.
I'm favouring the
I've
class
just got no time.
that has the worst fucking challenge mode in the history. It's like a WoD leveling set. Have you not seen
Who?
the monk fucking
Are you
challenge
tanking it?
modes?
Brewmasters are awesome at challenge mode.
I've never even been in challenge mode, so I couldn't tell you what I'm doing right now.
Well,
Vanish has assured me that he's going to carry me though.
Challenge mode, TBC dungeons, you're fine. Really. Oh, but you never really tanked, have you?
No,
Not
not me.
tanked.
I've
no.
just healed
Yeah,
and.
okay. Yeah, alright.
Oh no!
Oh, you have tanked. Yeah, sure.
Wrath of the
Sorry,
Lich
yeah,
King.
Wrath of the Lich King, you were a tank. Yeah. Wrath of the Lich King, of course you've tanked. Sorry, dude. But yeah, if you speed tanked in the past, it's the same thing. It's not that difficult.
Okay.
You'll be alright. Okay, everyone's searching the image and trying to mock the resolution. Although for the nearly 3 hours, none of you have said a word.
What?
They're like, oh, it's 400 by 200. But none of you have said a fucking word about it, and it looks fine. So shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
He's got long. Can we notice? Can we not? He's got like that beard, like Homer Simpson.
He needs to brush his teeth. Any more story times? Yes, of course. But story time has a big gap between it. Story time is a time killer, but it's fun. Usually whenever Ghosty cancels a web show for whatever reason. If you have something to do. But yeah. So, in fact, I'm just trying to think how we should work this. I just thought we can't do a Transmog competition in a month's time because I am not going to be here. I'm going to be on honeymoon. We'll have to maybe work the web show from 3 weeks from now, or we'll have to talk about that. But we'll do it before I have my wedding. What day do I get married? Shit.
30th. It's a Friday.
Okay. So
you should probably remember your own wedding day, bro.
Literally, this should be a web show on the honeymoon first day. She's a bitch. She should have thought about this, shouldn't she? We could have had a broken up web show period. So the 24th. Okay, we'll talk about it. Damn it. Damn it. I'll sort something out. She's so inconsiderate. I do not know the day I get married.
That's the inconsideracy when you don't know the day that you're getting married, and I have to tell you.
I've got to be honest. My involvement has been purely financial. I don't see a wedding as a guy thing.
It was funny when we went for the suit fitting, and then we were all stood there waiting to go through. What's your name? Gave the name. When's your wedding date? And you turned round to us, and I knew straight away he was going to say, "When am I getting married?" I was just like,
I'll know it closer to the time. I don't want to come across as an arsehole, but really, I've been with this woman for fucking a decade, man. I've considered her my wife for years, man. Hey, God Killage, nice to see you. But yeah, 30th of May I'm getting married. I'm just checking it based on web show dates. And it's on the web show weekend. Get married on a web show weekend.
Now you're inconsiderate, mate.
She is. She booked it. Which was a joke.
I'm just going to give my speech and then fuck off and do my own. I'm going to do a transmog run on
Oh, don't worry. I've never put any donation money towards my wedding. That would be really sad. No, I shouldn't be doing this job. If I do that, I should go back to me. Yeah, so it's her day. She's been thinking about this for years, right? Years and years and years and years and years. So, I don't know. All I know is I get entrance music. That's all I asked for. And you know what it is. I've decided I am having that song. To annoy you more than anything.
Give over. You're not having that. No. I'm going to have to fucking one-up you if you choose that.
That's alright. You can. I'm just going to do it because that wig's going to piss himself. Don't tell him. I need the surprise to be there. Because only like a few people in the room.
Is it what I think it is?
Yeah. The band begins with a P.
Yeah.
The song begins with a W.
Fuck off. I'm going to fucking come to your house and torture you while you do it.
Yeah, we'll film it. We'll do a little thing.
Your nephew will fucking shit
It's going to be brother. It's going to be well funny.
It'll be so good.
It's going to be well funny. So yeah, I am having entrance music. Hey, if you get married, at least take something. At least pick something. Live to win. No. It's going to be a wrestling entrance song.
The best.
Going to be doing that. I should do a cosplay wedding.
You know, where everyone wears like fluffy sweaters that are different colours.
The place we're getting married is has knights and stuff in it, like with armour and goblets.
Why can't me and Wig be like knights then? I could be a paladin.
If it was up to you, should have heard the suggestions when I was there of what I wanted. I've got shot down and everything. I'm not streaming the wedding. I'm not streaming the wedding. My brother has red text. No, it's not, bro. Why do you have red text? Let's have some more questions. Come on, let's chill. Let's not talk about my wedding. Well, it's the big show.
That'd be so good. No,
well,
the Y2J theme and you're already at the altar. You're back to everyone.
Oh, who used to appear in the middle of the ring?
Undertaker.
You know what I'd laugh? I'd have Kane's theme if we could get the red
fireworks. Yeah, in a church. I'm sure that'll go down fucking well.
It's not a church. It's not a church. I could not get married in a church, man.
Because you'd burn.
Wow. 21 and 1, you mad? Well said. Why is door unmuted? Do you get demodded if you get timed out?
That's interesting to know.
I didn't know it did that. Sorry, Dlo. Oh no! Stop trying to pick my theme. Stop it. We've seen. Sorry, Raven. You probably missed it. We went through all the sets. Oh come on! I don't want it. I'm having entrance music. It's my choice.
But just pick this one instead.
No, because I know it's going to annoy you so much. And you're going to go. Suzanne's going to go. Does she know what it is?
Yeah.
That's even better. Whilst I will be checking it out, don't worry about it.
I'm just thinking of so many fucking scenarios in my head now with different songs for weddings and what you could do. Like Ultimate Warrior theme, just fucking leg it down and start shaking things.
That's not tasteful.
That's tribute.
That's not tasteful.
That's tribute. Or Hulk Hogan's. Just keep coming down and keep doing the ear thing to everyone.
I always want something I can do high fives to all the way around. Yes, Potato. I will be doing mythic raiding. Not hardcore. Not mega hardcore. I still need to do a child to produce. Not mega hardcore. I'm not interested in going for the world first thing.
Goldberg entrance, mate.
That'd be too offensive.
With
to
the
you.
sparks and then like a fucking armed convoy. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. Yeah, you can actually. You have to, we talked about it at the very beginning. This guy, is there any reason to play in a heroic 10-man guild? There's no such thing anymore. There's no such thing anymore. It's a heroic guild. It's all flexi. There's no such thing as a heroic 10-man. I will say if your guild is determined, I talked about this earlier, if you're determined to stay as 10 people, no, get out of there. Get out of there. DK's losing their reactive mitigation. They haven't really done that, but I am going to address it. Don't worry, I'll do a video. I'm going to play around with it and read up on it and then talk to some people and see what our opinions are on it. But we'll talk about it. Will we live stream WoD? I'm sure there'll be a live stream night when WoD launches. We'll do something, won't we? Yeah. We can in fact do we can outdo the Fat Boss guys and both have double streaming. Streamception, mate. Think about it. Think about it. Just let you know Garrus is behind you. Thanks, Keith. What a fucking guy. Genji, you'll have to watch the VOD as well. Will you ever try out League of Legends? Why do people... I hate that question so much. I played League before any of you. Any of you. I was there. I don't play it anymore. That's what you should remember. I don't play it anymore. I don't play it anymore.
I'm done with League of Legends. I'm basically, I'm going to sell my account.
You're not allowed to do that.
I know you're not allowed to do that
on this stream.
Well, it's going to be name change and everything. Okay, a friend of mine's selling his League account if you want it.
Oh, you're not selling it on here. That's really bad. You're getting timed out. See, I want to time you out now. Wow, wedding preach? No. Do some of the Fat Boss guys? Perhaps. I mean, maybe I should speak to them. Maybe we could get a LAN going for WoD release. Get the guys up here, maybe. Or do something like that. I don't know. We should speak to them.
You got a baby in the house, man.
Got a wife, haven't I?
Fucking hotel for night,
and she should be in the fucking kitchen. Where is she? That's why we're not married yet. Not in the kitchen right now, is she? Preparing meals for the boys. No, she went to bed. Slacker. We'll start something out. We'll have enough. Well, depending on what releases, we'll be moving to an office next year, which I can't wait for because there's places for us to film. I can't wait to get out of this room.
I like this room.
I hate this room with a passion. You don't need. Do you know what? It's on a slant. My legs go dead. It's a ridiculous thing, but this room that we work in is on a slant, ever so slightly downhill. That way, after you've done a few hours of recording and editing, your feet are just full of blood and like this big bloated leg guy. It's so weird. Yeah, and that's why I'm not going hardcore Potato in my ratings because I need to focus on work. I made a conscious decision. Someone called me an LFR the other day. Fuck, you've got some nerve, mister. I made the conscious decision not to raid in Mr. Pandaria, to focus on this and make it work. And that paid off. And now I want to enjoy the game again. So I think I made the right decision, right? Yeah. What are you laughing at?
Because someone was talking about Emma not being in the kitchen. Someone just put, did you hear that? It's the sound of a sandwich not being made.
I'm happy with not chasing world first boss kills. I'll go for world first DPS. That's always going to be the mission, and be a guild that can allow me to do that. But for world first, I'm okay. I chased that dream for a long time. I came very, very close.
How does Garrosh start the events of WoD then?
What do you mean?
Preach, did you tell Ghost that Garrosh starts the events of WoD?
You haven't killed him yet, so I didn't want to spoil it. That's why I was very brief on the description. Do the fight, get the ending cutscene, because you haven't seen that yet either, have you? You don't know who the new war chief is, I assume.
Regen.
Oh, okay. Yes, legacy videos are coming out while I'm on honeymoon. You should get a couple of them while I'm out on honeymoon. Everybody can buy. In fact, only a couple of guys bought us beers while we were at the StarkCon meeting, which is very cool, actually. Very cool. Very, very kind. I honestly am very, very always flattered and love that stuff.
I tell you what, mate. What? I tell you who has got a bee in his bonnet.
Who?
That Varian Worm.
Rin.
Rin. Is it not
Varian
Worm?
Worm?
How do you spell his surname?
W-R-I-N-M.
Worm.
Oh no, it's some. Oh, it might be Y actually.
He's an angry young chap, isn't he?
He's been through some things. He's been through some things.
What a cock. Also,
Oh.
did you know, mate?
Did I know?
One of the quests when you were leveling up in Pandaria on the Horde side, when you take over an undead, an orc sharpshooter, and a little Duka fucking Uka, whatever they're called.
King Duke Uka.
Do you know who their prisoner is?
Who?
Anduin Rin.
Yeah.
I didn't know who that was until
It's
Hearthstone.
all in there. Yeah, it was the Y. It was the Y. So there you go. Got it all stuff. Jaina is a bitch. No worries. Any more questions before we call it a night? And get your transmog on. Mr. Ghost is going to be transmogging for you.
Varian has seen some shit.
He has. Seen some
2040.
fucking things, man. Seen some things. Hashtag smack a bitch or whatever it was. Gank a bitch.
Gank a bitch, yeah.
Hashtag gank a bitch.
Hashtag Gank a bitch 2014.
Yellow Scrolls Online. I don't know what they were thinking of that game, man. I told you guys. You know how much hate I got for my opinions on those games? And now look. Trust me. No one's out to hurt you here. We're all friends. Just telling you, man. Just telling you. Anything else? Can you mention a little barbecue? Oh, of course. I think there's links. I think Delor made one.
What are you talking about a barbecue
For Don Yato's a big superstar in the RP world. And he's organising a big-ass barbecue on Argent Dawn. You guys should go and check it out.
What, in game?
Can someone permit Don Jato, please? You can link it.
In game?
Yeah, it's RP.
I can't get no fucking burgers there.
I can't get no burger. Which DPS class do you think is the hardest to play? It's very different. It's very different. It's difficult to say. Everybody has difficulties with different things. I wouldn't rate them that way.
Have you ever thought of going to Sweden? If I was single, I'd live there. What?
All right, last thing we'll do then is check out. I know Delor sent me the link earlier on. Oh, it's a YouTube video. Okay.
Can you full screen it? I've not got my readers with me.
This is from Felmore. I can't show that, guys. Sorry, because he's not allowed me to do it. I know that sounds stupid, but it is the rules of the game. Without permission, I can't show other people's.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, you can do, but not if it, I'm going to be monetizing
career.
it. Yeah, I'm going to be monetizing it, so I can't really do that.
Can we have a look at it? Can I have a look at it?
Or we can watch it together in secret.
Oh!
There's an animation.
Like swirling blades on the shoulders. Watch.
That actually might ruin it. I don't know if I like that.
I like that. It's got fucking buzzsaws on the shoulders.
Yeah.
Although thinking about the mechanic of it, it's cutting into your shoulders.
Yeah, I don't like that. I know animation in general is very cool, but it pops out in a really odd way as well. I don't like that.
Someone just walked in at your house and took a shit on your door, man.
I don't actually like that. I'm just going to check this again because I'm actually a bit taken aback. We got donations for the BlizzCon from Richard, Troyes, Arjun, Mike, Jamie, Kyle, Dave, Kaysen, Marco, and Ian.
Kaysen, I'm taking that.
I think we probably put a couple of £100 there towards our goal.
I'm also taking that name Kaysen.
Thank you, guys. There's a couple of £100 on the way. So it's going to cost us a few thousand, if not more. But we'll get it. We'll sort something out.
And thank you, Kaysen.
Thank you very much
for that
guys.
name.
Thank you very much, guys. Right, Ghosty's going to be running a transmog night for you on Ghosty for the Win. It's your channel, right?
Ghosty FT Dubs.
And you can find it at if you click the Preach Gaming link above the stream, which is like Preach Gaming. If you click that, the team page, it's going to be awesome.
Oh, Cassenberry's Kaysen. I immediately retract that comment.
Oh, thank you, Casson.
I joke, of course. Kaysen, mate.
Kaysen. Thank you guys for a great night. Loads of WoW stuff. God, this is going to be crazy up until Warlords of Draenor release. Start submitting your transmogs. I'll figure out a date when we're going to do it. I'll sort it out. Don't worry about it. We'll do it before I get married and I'm away. Let's have a transmog competition. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Have a great evening, guys. See you later. Hey, don't worry about it, man. It's a dream. I want people to be absolutely clear on this BlizzCon thing. I'm paying for me and Andy. We're going. This is purely to make something happen that we think the girls deserve to help us do that. That is it. I don't want anybody to be under illusions that you're paying for me and Andy to go to BlizzCon. You're not. You're not at all. So don't be under that impression. It's purely just to reward those girls and the kids to see America. And
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, I want to take him to Disneyland, and after that, 2015 is going to be crazy for us because it's going to be super serious work, which is going to be great for you guys. But this is kind of a last blast before it gets really
Just
serious.
before you cut off the stream, I want to see if I can make myself look like Garrosh.
Okay. You want to make yourself look like Garrosh?
You're gonna see my pants though. Wait.
If Garrosh was the Green Lantern.
Garrosh Green Lantern Ghost, mate. Yeah? Swag.
There's my thumbnail. See you later, guys. Be good.
Peace.
Bye-bye.